Wow, that was perfect.
Oh.
You see, somehow.
Oh,
Hello,
no.
everybody.
Come on.
This is how we start.
Technical
This is
difficulties,
exactly
baby.
how we
We love
start.
Do you hear me? Okay, good.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody? Welcome back to the Ball Game Podcast.
Ball game.
Hey,
I'm Matt
What's going on,
Sullivan,
everybody?
the innocent bystander.
Trunks.
I'm Dean,
Mortiz.
Not the innocent bystander.
not the innocent bystander.
Curse.
Never was, never
Chris.
will be.
So today we're going to be coming at you with our Western Conference rankings,
Coming
and then
at
our
you.
Western Conference. Are you done?
Yeah.
Our Western
today,
Conference
we're gonna be
Finals.
coming at you with
Our
our
Western Conference rankings.
I-
Yo,
I-
why is our live on?
Sorry. All right.
Yo, this is
I can
a
only take one
terrible
syllable at a
start to the show.
It's the best start.
But yeah, we're coming with our Western. Yo, don't. I
Just
said
joke,
coming
just
again.
joke.
We're coming. We're
just
definitely
keep coming, bro.
We're-
Hey, yo, what the
coming.
fuck?
Just keep coming.
They're coming a lot.
Oh man. So what we're gonna be doing is giving you guys the Western Conference Finals predictions too, and then eventually our finals predictions. If you guys remember who you picked from the Eastern Conference last week, I bet some of us probably forgot, but
I have it written down.
I remember mine.
nice, solid.
Oh, shit.
So I want to start this show off real quick. We're not getting into we're getting into basketball, but we're not getting into the NBA yet. So as we said last week, already a caller. We need that phone.
Go get the phone.
As I was saying, until I was rudely interrupted,
phone,
I'm gonna have to pick this up anyway. All right.
Do-do-do-do.
We need to add that to the soundboard.
Do we?
Hello. This is a
Whoever
great
that
start.
was, please call back.
No, don't. Not yet. Wait.
Word.
So, like I said, we're not getting into NBA yet, but we are going to talk basketball. As we said last week, we had our championship basketball game last night. And so, do we want to talk about
Honestly, not really.
how that one went?
So,
Tough
you
L.
know, Sammy,
just you
Sammy played
lost.
great.
Sammy, if you ever
Um,
see this, thank you for fucking dogging the shit out of them. Pause.
This one kid that they had was
Wait,
just
so-
making some
Time out.
good ass
Sorry,
shots at the
I'm
end
sorry
of
to
the game.
interrupt you
What's up?
real quick. So I sign up for this thing and I pay
Oh
for
my
it, and then
God.
they email me
Yes.
everything.
They email you the PDFs and stuff like that.
Alright.
So,
and that's where everything is. In those
yes,
PDFs,
all
not
those.
on the
Yeah, it
website,
comes up with
or-
everything. It'll bring you back to the website, but it's now like a new setup for the website. Yeah. So, okay. Trincali, solid. What?
Yeah.
5 minutes last night.
I think I played
Thanks,
more than
coach.
You.
Anytime, brother.
I said the same
I
thing to
had
him.
like 7 minutes.
I said the same thing to him. I said Dean played more than you.
I had 7 minutes, 0 for 1 from the field, 2 turnovers,
So
2
deserved.
rebounds.
Hey, don't
Oh,
come at
okay.
me.
Shit.
Don't come at
Oh,
me.
So don't
Jesus
act like you
That's
Christ.
not-
No, not Dean.
That's
I'm
not
I'm,
the
sa-
one.
I'm not talking about Dean. I'm talking about me
Jack,
not playing.
You
I'm
haven't
talking
done
me not
jack
playing.
Shit all
I'm-
year.
Spitting facts,
Dean,
honestly.
I wasn't coming at you. I was saying me.
Okay. Because last
Everyone just
playoff
keeps
game,
coming.
last season's playoff
We
game,
are coming
I
a lot.
fucking balled out. I had a 3 with like 50 seconds left to put us right back in it. I played fucking amazing
game?
defense.
I wasn't even coming at you,
the
bro.
playoff
Oh,
game
you
from
did
last
hit a
season
three that late.
at the JCC.
Forgot
I
about
I played like 30 minutes that game.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I didn't score. As per usual. But yeah, nah, it was a tough loss. The final score was like 39-35. We lost by like 4 or 5, something like that. It was rough. It was a defensive game. Neither team was hitting shots, especially us. We smoked a couple layups.
it was a momentum game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Really is
sure,
really
for
what it
sure. It
was.
was swinging back and forth. Yeah, it was a great
Shout
game.
out to everyone that showed up.
Yes,
The
thank
crowd
you,
was definitely
thank you.
live.
The crowd was amazing.
Crowd
Like
was definitely
everyone there, you guys were fucking awesome. I literally couldn't ask for anything else. That was sick. The only issue with that was the fact that everyone was so damn loud. I couldn't hear anyone calling out screens. Like every time we were on defense, everyone was screaming, and I couldn't hear any screens coming at me. And I got screened over and over and
Imagine
over.
what NBA players deal with.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's crazy.
We had like 37 people in the stands.
I mean, in all fairness, it was also a very condensed gym. Like NBA stadiums, while they do have a fuck ton more people,
mean-
obviously, it is also a larger place, and it controls the sound better. Holy Rosary is not built for like 50, 60 people just screaming at like that. Like it's not. So
It says there's 37.
There was not 37 people. There was a lot more than 37 people
I don't.
there.
I
There
don't
definitely was not
This-
60 people there. There was definitely
There
not.
was over 50 people there.
Yeah, I agree.
There definitely was over
Yeah.
50 people there.
Anyway, we lost.
Yeah,
Tough season.
It was a tough
Um,
season. I mean, no, it was a fun season. Definitely a fun season. Enjoyed the shit out of it, but I obviously wish we came home with that championship dub. But shit happens, man. Next season. Okay, real quick, baseball. Just want to hop into this real quick. One question, and I'm gonna leave it at that. This is all I wanted to talk about for baseball. Why the fuck do the Seattle Mariners keep pitching to Yordan Alvarez in any moment?
Yo, I seen
Doesn't
on
make sense.
Twitter.
Put that man on base.
He's the
stupid.
the best pure hitter in baseball.
He's literally the second coming of David Ortiz. Like,
Yeah, he's pretty
Mm,
pretty
Big
amazing.
Poppy.
And they actually let him play left field too.
I'm gonna just, not let that happen.
Yeah, we're
Um,
going to
David
keep
Ortiz. David Ortiz. Yordan Alvarez just reminds me so much of David Ortiz. Not to mention he's obviously, aside from like the DH thing, he plays the field a little bit. Just left-handed hitter, literally one of the most pure hitters in baseball, and he's like he's built like an absolute monster. Not looking forward to it. If we end up playing him, I would literally put him on base over and over and over again.
No, they didn't even go get there. That's the thing.
We're gonna win tonight. We're gonna be up 2-0.
The game's
This
in like a
afternoon.
couple hours.
It is in a couple
Yeah.
hours.
We should go.
We can wait to sleep during it.
If we end this early, I'll dead ass buy tickets right after this, and I'll go to the Yankee game. I'm not even kidding.
I
But
can't do that to our
end this
fans.
early.
There's no ending this early.
End this early.
Can't
fuck
do
outta
that
here.
to our
no,
fans.
we'll see how long
We
this
gotta talk about
runs.
the
We'll
Western
see how
Conference
long.
standings.
We'll see how long this runs.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
But yeah, so I don't understand why people keep pitching to Yordan Alvarez. The dude literally took a 98-mile-per-hour fastball that wasn't even in the zone.
Was not even close to the zone.
Was not even in
Not
the
even
zone.
close to the zone.
And took it the other way and hit a rocket. And it was now a one-run ball game for the
Wow.
Astros when they were down by one.
Whoa.
It's not human. Like, and then obviously he hit the walk-off. That was a nuke.
Oh my god.
A nuke. Once
Once
they
they
got on
connected.
base, I knew it was over. Once they got on base, Yordan came up. I'm like, if they don't walk him, the game's over. He's hitting a walk-off. Sure enough, connected, and I was like,
Should have lied
well,
better.
there it goes. Yeah, I didn't even need sound, bro. I just saw him connect, and I was like, all right, this thing's over. But
Should lie bet that next time.
I really should have. To hit home run, it's like probably like plus 800 or something. I would have made
Probably
money.
had some
But
decent odds there.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Last Friday, Ortiz and I actually went to game one of the wild
That was
card
good
series with
vocals.
the Mets and Padres.
What a
Um,
game. What a
The
game.
saddest game. I've
Oh
ever
yeah,
been
yeah,
to
yeah.
in my
I'll let you
life.
guys talk about
Miserable.
your Mets fans
Um,
feeling right now.
well, we left at like 4:18.
To get
I didn't
there.
get home till
4:18.
2:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
and we left at the end of the seventh,
Why
Yeah.
418?
and we fucking lost because that's what time the train came.
Mhm.
What about
Um,
our Friday night?
And we
Fuck your
lost
Friday
7-1. Saw Eduardo Escobar hit a home run, and that was
Yay, go
it.
Eduardo.
And
It was
Darvish
snowing.
fucking carved us up.
Yeah.
That was an embarrassing.
wasn't even
series
the
for New
worst.
York
I never
Mets.
thought I'd hear Max Scherzer get booed that heavily. That was.
You know what
that
the
was
worst
something
part
else.
was? That wasn't even the worst game from you guys.
was-
That series.
Answer it. Just answer the phone.
Answer the damn phone.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yo, did you put it on speaker?
He probably didn't.
Hello?
Matthew Sullivan
Oh, it's Sam, isn't it?
over there.
What? I can't hear you, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said, can I speak to call in for the Matthew Sullivan show?
Oh, it's my cousin. Holy shit. What's up, John?
Are they live?
Yeah, we are.
How come I'm watching this and it's not live?
It's-
But anyway,
It is live. You're
it's
just
delayed.
slightly.
as we remind you, and your aunt reminds your cousin reminds you
It's gonna be
that
cursing,
all
isn't it?
sports are fixed.
Oh, okay.
They could very easily have
Yeah,
walked
they
them
always say that
if
shit.
they were smart, and it would have never happened.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't
No?
agree with that sports are fixed, but we've had this argument
don't
in the
think sports
past
are
at the
fixed.
dinner table. But
At the
there is a
dinner table.
crazy ass like thing that every time there's like something going on with a city, like a hurricane or something like that, that city wins a championship. Or like in the past, like I swear to God, a tragedy happens and that city will win a championship in whatever sport, like in at least one sport. And I swear to God, it's a real thing. And it might just be a weird coincidence, but like it's actually a thing. Like it's kind of crazy. Like she was my cousin would always say that. And
Matthew,
what?
real quick. Do you hear me clearly?
Yeah, what's up?
Real clearly, back in 2001,
Never
you
forget.
were like 4 months old, 5 months old.
Yeah.
You were in the World Series.
Yep.
Game 7.
Mariano Rivera.
So, I mean, we were about to win the World Series. Yes, it seemed to like been fixed to bring up New York City because of 9/11 and everything.
Yeah, we lost.
Bring up the spirits and everything. And Mariano throws the ball away.
Yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
I don't know. I still think it's fixed.
I don't think that's fixed.
That's fair. That's not fixed. I don't think that's fixed.
I don't know.
but-
It was very disheartening.
Nah, but I definitely agree, and I understand where you like I said, I just said the stat out. It's kind of wild, but John, I appreciate you calling in.
All right, go ahead.
thanks,
I won't
John.
keep you.
Take care,
guys.
Take care, John. Be
Take
safe,
care.
right?
Take care.
Good luck. Take care.
Thank you. So, but yeah, no, there's a crazy ass stat out there. I swear to God, if you guys go look it up, it's a real thing. But yeah, okay, are we ready for the Western
Time
Conference
to get
standings?
into the standings.
We're ready for
So
this.
this was-
standings.
suppose.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna-
This was really hard for me to do.
Who is this?
For a couple reasons. There were definitely at least 10 teams.
Kai
I think there were about 11 teams that could have been in it.
Been anywhere from like
And
4 to
right.
4
So
to-
the middle
4
of
to
the pack
12, yeah.
there was extremely close and tough, and I feel like teams that I put maybe 8 or 9 could have been 3, 4.
Yeah.
And
I'm not even gonna say middle of the pack. It's just 10
the
to
whole
1.
thing.
Yeah,
10 to 1
yeah.
was tough.
No, literally.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
separated by like 3 games.
No, for sure. I
1
completely
definitely
agree.
see that
8
happening.
to 10.
So
There are a couple clear cut teams that will not make it, and that's
that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
That's where I started my
there
list.
were a 4. There was a 4-team. There was a clear bottom 4. Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
shit.
Be going
We're-
crazy.
we're
Hopping.
fucking lit.
Hello?
As I was saying, there
Hello?
was a clear bottom 4.
Yo, you gotta move that back.
Yeah, please do.
Who is this?
All right, just hang up the fucking phone, man.
That was either Malosh or Rob, I think.
I could even see it being Sam, bro. Actually, not.
That
Sam
was
would be
not
more
Sam.
professional than that. But anyways, no. Real talk. It was very hard, but there was a clear bottom 4. It was pretty obvious who the bottom 4
Yeah.
were, and then the only person that didn't have the bottom 4 being the same or in the same range was you. You had one team up
Yeah.
one spot, and I
Yeah,
think
I
you know
did.
exactly what team I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
He did make the list.
So, yeah, no, but I'm just saying, shut up, Trincali. I don't want to hear it from you. Okay, so number 15, we'll start this. We have the Jazz, and the average ranking. I'm not gonna lie, that just scared the shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me.
Getting raided.
Yeah, me,
This is
me
it.
too. Yeah, bro. Average ranking of 14.4. The highest that they were was 13. You had them at 13. And the lowest was 15, obviously, with me, Dean, and Trincali. Okay, so there's really not much to say about
So
the
I have
Jazz.
them right in the middle. 14.
Basically,
Yeah, you
they
did,
should
yeah.
go 0-82. It's that simple.
They should.
They should, yes.
So all right.
I don't think there's
I
that
don't-
there's
bad.
literally
No, no,
reason
I
for
mean,
that,
if
though.
if we're that, I know.
All right.
the odds.
So hear me out.
Just to be sure.
Go ahead.
So I'm
you know?
assuming we have the Spurs at 14 then, right?
yes,
yeah.
sir, we do. At
So
14. Literally,
what makes
average
the Jazz worse than the Spurs? Yo, the Spurs are bad and the Spurs are young.
Well, okay.
Spurs are better. than Spurs,
I'll
yeah.
I'll spoil this. I put the Spurs at 13, and I felt
ranking.
like
Yeah, you did.
I felt like
Whoa.
the Spurs, just based off coaching, the young players that they've acquired over the last 2 years, pretty solid.
I mean, the Jazz is coaching too.
Yo, the Spurs are buns, bro.
They are.
They're buns,
They're
but so
both
are the
buns.
Jazz.
They're both buns.
Cowden's cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Devin
so
Vassell.
here's my thing. Who's the
That's it.
But who's the
That's-
best? But who's the best player on the Jazz after they trade? Because they're
Colin
going to
Sexton,
trade
Lauri
Mike Conley.
Markkanen.
Clarkson.
He's
Jordan
averaging 35.
Clarkson.
Ain't that right?
He's gonna average 30.
Sexton,
Courtney
Markkanen's gonna go crazy, bro.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I
Markkanen's not
I
gonna go
personally,
I see them as 13.
I
That's
still
what-
think
Malik
still
Beasley's
think-
still there, right? Is Malik
Yeah.
Beasley?
Yeah.
on that
Yeah.
team?
Yeah. I could see him getting traded though
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Like that's my. I think that they're going to trade
I don't know,
anyone
bro.
with any semblance
The
of value.
Spurs
They will.
are really bad.
They're both.
They're
really
both
bad.
so
They're both so
bad.
bad. After the Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson deals come, they're going to be horrible.
I can't wait to see them play each other. We're just gonna have a tank off.
It's gonna
The
be fun to watch
Spurs,
though.
just like
It would be tragic
just-
if Victor went to either of those teams.
It's
Yeah.
just Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson. That's about
Yeah.
it. And
I mean,
Pirtle.
who knows? Maybe
Josh
maybe Josh
Primo.
Primo makes a little bit of a jump.
Who
You
they
guys think so?
Who they draft this year?
Who's the guy with the pink hair?
They drafted a
Oh,
bunch
Jeremy
of guys.
Sohan.
Jeremy
Jeremy
Sohan,
Sohan,
Malachi Brown.
Malachi
Follow that guy on
Branham.
They
And
did a
one more
decent
guy.
draft.
They had 3
I have
picks.
him
They
on
had a
my
decent
taxi
draft.
squad
They had
in
3
Dynasty.
picks.
I forgot who it is. Blake Wesley?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Notre
Blake
Dame,
Wesley.
Blake Wesley.
What did they get back for DeJounte?
Like 3 first-round picks.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're set
Like
up pretty-
unprotected
pretty well.
first-round picks, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, no, they definitely have a
And
decently
Gallo,
bright future.
right? And they bought out Gallo.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
so.
Shout out Gallo.
That's when he signed with the Celtics and then,
Tore his ACL
injuries. But
immediately.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. I think they're both equally fucking garbage.
Yeah, don't really
Like,
matter.
Yeah,
I was
I
just
mean,
curious.
right.
They're
Those bottom
both
4 teams could
equally
probably
go-
be interchangeable.
I wouldn't say
I
that.
don't agree with
I
that.
think there's 3 teams that are really bad, and there's 2 teams
Oh,
that
yeah, I
are
guess.
just
Nah.
fighting for the top.
I think there's
I think
two
there's
really
2
bad.
teams that are very bad, and then 2 teams that could surprise some people and maybe win. And
Very
by
slightly
surprise, I
less
mean
bad.
like 25 to 30 wins. But like,
Yeah.
all right, and then we'll get into these 2. Since we already said 15 and 14, the Spurs being an average ranking of exactly 14. Dean, you had them at 13, as you said. Chris, you were the only one that had them at 15. 13 was the Houston Rockets with an average ranking of 12.8. I had them, Chris, and Dean actually had them the highest at just 1 spot above at 12, and then Ortiz had them the lowest at 15.
Who, the Houstons?
Yeah, the Houstons.
No, I had the Houstons at 13.
I had the Houstons at 12.
Oh, so it was Trunks, not
Yeah.
me.
You messed up, buddy.
You Trunks
Yeah, I
and
did
Dean.
make a mistake, my fault.
It's all right. Don't
Yeah.
matter.
Me, Trunks, and Dean had them at
Jalen
12.
Green.
And then,
Houston.
go ahead.
Houston, you should expect to be a fun,
Mhm.
They're definitely
Yes,
a fun
yeah.
team to watch. I
Yes.
just don't think
especially in
they're
the
gonna be
beginning.
competitive.
Yeah, in the beginning of the season when teams are still figuring out where they stand.
There it is.
Nice. All right.
When
well,
teams are figuring it. Okay, when teams are figuring out where they stand, the Rockets will be really fun, but then they won't be.
Yeah.
I think Tari Easton's gonna have a really,
A good
really
rookie
big
season.
rookie year. Yeah.
want to try putting yours?
Is
I'll
Jabari
be honest with
Smith
the same thing
healthy?
in like 20 minutes.
Jabari Smith,
Sorry.
I believe, is healthy right now.
Here, yo, give this to Ortiz.
I do believe he is healthy. Aside from that, I think the only reason I put them above OKC was it literally came down to I just think Shea is gonna miss a decent amount of the season,
Yeah.
and then outside of Shea,
Me too.
it's really giddy because you don't have Holmgren.
Really giddy.
And I think you end up trading like Kenrich Williams, which you should because he belongs on a contender. And then there's not much talent outside of that, realistically. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, Lou Dort. But if it's down to Josh Giddey and Lou Dort, essentially, I'm gonna take Jalen Green, Şengün, Tari Eason, a bunch of other guys there that can show some potential. So
I could see them having a year kind of like the Grizzlies did, like
where
2
they
years
take
ago.
that little 8,
yeah,
but
where
there's
they were in
so
the
many
play-in.
teams, bro.
No,
but
I
there's
know.
so
I know.
many
I'm just
teams.
saying I could see it happening. Obviously I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, for sure.
But they
What do you
seem like
think
that
about
type of
Kevin
team.
Porter Jr.?
He
I don't
looks
think
good. He looked
he's-
decent in preseason.
I think like right now he's
I-
like fine. I don't
I-
think he's the answer for them like long term though.
He has a ceiling.
I keep a Kevin Porter Jr. rookie card in my car for some reason. I've had it in there for like years. I don't know. It's like he has the talent
Yeah.
of an NBA starter, but it's just like
He's
is he a 1? Is he a 2?
I feel like he's a 6-man, but
I think so too. I think he's just too talented to be a 6-man also in
I-
a sense. I
it's
don't
just
know.
it's
It's
because his lowest of lows is really really ugly.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you see the flashes, he looks like
He goes
dead
crazy.
ass can be James Harden.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he could be that good. So it's such a bet. There's no consistency until
No.
we see the consistency on a somewhat regular basis. It's like, what can we really say of Kevin Porter Jr.? Like,
And it's also one of those situations where he's on one of the worst teams in the league. Is that why he's putting up numbers sometimes? You know, it's tough to
Yeah.
gauge.
they're gonna I think they're gonna gun for what's his name? Why can't I think of his name right now? The number
Victor?
no,
Scoot.
Scoot
Yes.
Henderson. Yeah, I think they're gonna gun for Scoot, and then the backcourt will be Scoot and Jalen Green.
That'd be cool.
So I don't know how much defense there realistically would be there, but I don't know. I think they need their franchise point guard. If Kevin Porter Jr. is your 6-man, I think you're in a good spot. But aside from that, I mean, what can we really say about KPJ? Like, you don't see, you see flashes. It's not consistent enough. It's that simple. So, all right, let's get to this number 12 team. OKC, average ranking 12.6, and I just want to hear what you have to say about them, what you think of them, because I mean, you only had them at 11. You were the only one that had them at 11. This is the team that I was talking about where you broke up the real bottom 4 teams. So I'm assuming that you had like Sacramento or something lower or something, whatever. But number 14, you had them at 14, Dean. You had the lowest and you had the highest. So I just want to hear what you have to say about Oklahoma City.
I don't know. I just think Shea is going to take another decent leap in developing.
If he's healthy.
Yes.
He's missing the start of the
That's,
season.
so that's
He's
why I
supposed
had
to
them
start.
lower because
Josh Giddey is going
Me
to
too.
– I feel like their young core is just going to take another good step because they have a good team around what they have now. They're obviously a few years away from being competitive,
Yeah.
but I think they're going to take that leap like the
There's so
mid-tier.
many young
I
guys
think
there
on that
can
team,
take
yeah.
a step up.
Yeah.
If they could just mesh
Even
together,
without no Shea, if
Yeah.
Shea misses time, they're so
they could definitely mesh. And
I
develop.
agree.
They're still young. They can still form. They still have a decent core.
Yeah.
Obviously, Chet's not coming back this season.
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's not.
I wanted to see him in his rookie year
me
so
too.
bad, bro.
You know me.
It
Chet's gonna be the goat.
could be so interesting to
good.
see
I
a
don't know what
Victor and Chet front court in the future.
It could
Like,
be.
Victor and Chet in the front court together, combined
Oh, that'd be
400 pounds,
crazy.
soaking wet, but like, pause, yo, whoa.
Mm.
Hey, yo, what
Yo.
the fuck?
Wrong one.
Picked both of the wrong buttons. You might as well press the third one. Turn that shit off.
Hey, yo,
please.
what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's loud.
That's not as strong.
Too
Yeah,
loud.
turn
Lower.
that down. My
It was.
ears
I
just
didn't
blew
even
up.
touch it.
Wow.
Shit.
Anyways,
Got it below the fucking
anyways,
the speakers up.
You really almost did. But yeah, no, I'm interested to see what OKC has next. And they have all the picks. They could literally trade up
All
to
the
get
picks.
whoever the hell they want. They could do whatever they want.
They have to make a trade eventually.
Eventually,
That's all I'm
yeah,
saying.
obviously. It's kind of similar to my dynasty team.
I feel like eventually Shea's
Fuck your
either
dynasty.
it's either they make a trade or Shea's gonna ask out eventually. Whether it's the end of whether it's this offseason or next. I think if they keep
You
losing,
think it's coming?
yeah, because he's not gonna want to keep losing.
No, I agree. I think he's good enough that he needs to be on a
Yeah,
contender now.
bro, he made the
Like the New York
he made the
Knicks.
playoffs his rookie year. He got
Yes.
a taste of that.
Yeah.
Pause.
We're
Why
saying
does
sus
this guy's
ass
not gonna
shit
want to
today.
keep losing for what is it now? 5 years straight?
Yeah, I wouldn't either if I were him. I mean, he's a hooper, bro.
Yeah.
Like on a good team, he's gonna get notoriety to being an All NBA type player. Like I think he's
Yeah.
that good. I think he's capable of doing that. He's one of the smoothest scorers in the entire league.
He
Like
deserves to be on a winning team.
I
you know?
agree.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
What does a team give up for him?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I'd say
That's
it's
the
like
problem.
a DeJounte like package a little more maybe
more,
than that.
More.
Definitely
Yeah,
more
than
significantly more than DeJounte.
Maybe would like the Bucks gave up for Drew Holiday, something like that. They gave up a lot. I could see it being something like that, you know.
I don't see the Bucks going for him.
No. I just mean
so
like that
I-
type of
like that-
package.
Yeah, but I
So
don't see that
here's-
type,
Shea's
like,
got no
I don't
leverage.
see a
Here's
team
my
that would
question.
like. What team would go for him?
The Knicks. I could see the Knicks.
I was literally
Um,
about to say that. So what do we
But
in
what
a-
is he doing in New York that he's not going to do in OKC?
What do you mean?
He's not.
I
We're
was-
not going
We're
to
better.
I was gonna ask this. We definitely are better than them.
No, we definitely are better than the Thunder.
So
but
I asked this. If
what's the ceiling?
I was gonna ask,
Second round.
you know how
counts.
we didn't want to trade for Donovan, right? And I do think at peaks,
I did.
Shea will be better than Donovan. But I asked this question: if Shea is available, obviously we're waiting to trade for that one big guy or sign that one big guy. Is Shea the guy
No,
that you
he's like
push all the chips in
no.
and say he's
It's the
guy?
same thing as Donovan Mitchell. I wouldn't have overpaid for him. I won't overpay for
I don't
Shea.
think
He's
it's the
not.
same
He's not
thing.
the answer.
I
to-
think he's better.
No, I think he's better,
He's
but
definitely better.
but he's in the same situation where
Who
he's
are you
not the
looking
number
for,
one.
though? So the guy you're looking for, I think, is someone that you're gonna have to draft. You don't trade for a guy like Shea. Like
So
giving up more than what you'd give up for Shea is kind of fucking crazy. Like you would have nothing else around that player.
no, I know. I'm just saying.
terms
I
of
know
trading
what
for a
it
guy-
would. I know what it would take to trade for him.
I don't think he's getting traded.
I feel like at that point you just wait
Probably
for
not.
someone who's like obviously a number
what?
one in the
We're
league.
speaking on hypothetical.
You know,
right?
like
So-
say
How
Zion
often does
requests a
number
trade.
one in the league get
Like
traded?
say
like
Zion
that?
requests a trade one day.
So you're gonna hold out hope for Zion?
No. I won't say hold out and hope
I'm
for
just
him.
saying if Shea is out there,
If he's out there, yeah, try to make the trade. I'd try to trade
Out of the guys that are
like-
in the league right now, like who are you thinking?
Yeah. Who else would even become him? But we
I
get
don't know, because
surprised
you
a
can't-
lot.
yeah,
the
I was about
NBA
to say,
surprises you a lot.
can't
like, there
really
are guys that you
guess.
don't expect to become available that
Yeah.
become available. So I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like Shea is the type of guy that if he requested a trade in a year, he's only like what 23, 24.
I just
And he's one of the like I said, one of the smoothest scorers in the league. Great playmaker, good defender. There's not a weakness in his game really. So I
right.
mean,
I
you
agree
bring
with
him
all
over.
those things. And
Exactly. You bring
Like,
him over.
if-
He can average
I just think if
27.
you're the Knicks, if you're not looking to trade for a guy like that, who are you really waiting for?
No, I know. If we could do something similar to what we offered for Mitchell, I would definitely do it. Like, what was it? Obi, Quickly, or Grimes, and
I
then
wanna
like 2 or
keep
3
that in a
firsts.
heartbeat.
I just
you know?
would love to keep Quentin Grimes. I would
No, yeah,
love
we'd,
to keep.
we
Quentin
definitely. I
Grimes.
think we would keep one of them between IQ and Grimes.
I think as Knicks fans, we end up falling in love with
but-
our players a little bit too
We
much.
do.
They
But
get-
I
become-
feel like
become a little
Grimes
too
is the one.
attached.
Grimes is the one guy that I love IQ too. Don't get me wrong, but I'd trade IQ. I feel like if there's anyone that I think has the most trade value of the young guys on our team, aside from obviously RJ Barrett, it's Quentin Grimes. Like he's already
Yeah.
proven that he's a hard-nosed defender. He could guard wings. He could guard guards, and at a high level, nonetheless. He's a great corner three-point shooter. He can handle the ball a little bit. Got a little bit of playmaking to his game. I think there's a higher ceiling there with Grimes, and I think already what we've seen as the floor makes him such an attractive trade piece.
Yeah.
So like IQ is cool, but I realistically think he tops out as a 6-man. Like you could look at Grimes as in a way kind of like a Danny Green type role where he is very valuable. Like as much as people shit on Danny Green, he's very valuable.
He's on winning
So
teams.
exactly. Always on a winning team. And that's what I think Quentin Grimes is. And that's why I think his value is the highest of those guys. But I'd love to keep him for that exact reason. He's the perfect guy for a championship team. We
Agreed.
just talked about the Knicks and it was supposed to be the Thunder, but
It's,
we got
we're allowed to.
sidetracked with
It's all
Shea.
right.
Yeah,
this
it was
this
Shea-
is
it was
our
Shea.
fucking podcast. All right.
It was Shea based. So all right, we'll hop to do you have anything to say about OKC, Chris?
No.
All right, cool. All right, so we'll hop to number 11, Sacramento, and their average ranking was a 10.8. The highest people had them, Dean and Trunks, you guys both had them at 10. Ortiz, you had them at 12.
All right. I'm gonna.
The Kings.
I'm high on the Kings. I don't know. I just love.
You
the
didn't
Kings.
have them high.
No, I know. So I'm gonna.
I'm
no,
high
no,
on the
no,
Kings.
listen.
I had
listen.
them one spot
So
higher.
this is why
Having
yesterday.
them in the play-in, it's high.
This is look. This is why yesterday I asked you guys. I was like, "Are we doing?"
Well, because they haven't made the playoffs.
I'm just
so-
holding out hope that they do.
You
Yeah.
said they
I-
make the plan and win the plan. So that's what I'm assuming you're
That's
about
what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you guys yesterday. Are we doing this based off regular season standings or like after the plan? I think they're gonna be the 10th seed. I think they're gonna make the playoffs
Yeah.
after the plan.
Okay.
That's what I think's gonna happen.
What-
Um,
that would mean they in our
because-
hypothetical,
yeah.
they
And
well,
mine
actually,
wasn't
look at
like
that.
that, but yeah.
I'm actually gonna look at yours, but you guys could talk.
So I don't know. The Kings got better. My thing with the Kings is there's no defense.
I mean,
I say I think De'Aaron Fox takes a little bit of
Yeah.
a leap as a defender. We've seen it in the past that he's capable. It's just I think Kevin
Yeah.
Huerter's a decent enough defender. Keegan Murray is. I think he's the type of guy that could step in as a rookie and be at least an average, if not slightly above average. We've seen Harrison Barnes be an average defender.
mhm.
And then Sabonis is an underrated type positional defender as well. I
Yeah.
think altogether it's probably a bad defense. And then you got off night off the bench. Love that guy. Davion Mitchell is my guy. Aside from that,
I can
yeah,
see him taking
it's
a jump.
I think Davion has a very good second season.
Yeah.
And Malik Monk is the other guy there. He's a defensive liability, but
I don't know,
overall,
I
you're
just-
you're relying on a lot of jumps.
I
Yeah,
really
no.
just think this is the year they put it together and finally make a run. you know?
There's a shit ton of spacing now. I
That's
mean,
the
I
best
talked
part
about the
about it.
spacing with the Pistons. I'll talk about it with the Kings. There's a shit ton of spacing, and there wasn't a lot of spacing last year,
no,
and that
no.
just changes the entire offense.
Yeah.
Obviously.
especially when it's
It's just-
centered around pick and rolls between Sabonis and
Mhm.
Fox, who are two guys that need the space
And they got Malik Monk back.
Yep.
Not back. They got Malik Monk.
to pair up with De'Aaron
Um,
Fox. Yeah,
yeah.
in a way, it's kind of back together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I said yeah.
Yeah, we gotta
Chris,
start.
you're
We
up.
gotta
Yeah,
start
we're-
making,
we're-
making room on our phone.
We do.
I've
need
been
to make
saying
room on
this
our
for
phones.
3 weeks now.
This is bad.
I have room. My phone's just not gonna.
Yeah, I was
die.
gonna say,
need
I
my
have,
phone.
like,
If his phone's gonna die,
a
leave
few
it.
gigs.
It's okay.
But
It's just leave it. Yeah, y'all
no,
are good, bro.
fucking
Bro, put it.
do it,
What
bro.
do you mean?
But anyways, yeah. I mean, the Kings, I could see it happening, but in your hypothetical situation, this is who they would have to beat.
Yep, I know who
They'd have to beat Phoenix.
Yep.
And then the winner
I
of
think Hayden's getting traded.
Golden State. I mean, the loser of Golden State. Because,
Down in my-
spoiler alert, you had them at 7,
Yeah.
which we're going to get
What
into
the
that.
fuck?
And Memphis. Yeah, we're
Yep.
going to get into that in a second. So they would have to beat
Yes,
Phoenix and then Memphis
it would be Memphis.
or Golden State.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Like I
man.
said, bro, it's a lot of teams. Everything is separated by 1 to 2 to 3
wait.
games, bro.
I'm sorry, you lost me for a second. Where did Golden State? They
He has them at 7.
Yes.
We're going to get into that. I don't want to do
You
it.
have
Yet.
them
Yo.
at 7. Who? The Warriors?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All right,
Yeah,
let's
bro.
not,
Hold
let's not
on,
waste that right now.
yeah,
No,
you're
let's not
fucking
waste that right now.
crazy, bro.
Let's
That's
wait.
crazy.
Let's
We
wait.
gotta
We're
get
getting
into
there
that.
later. We're getting there later.
You know how good
Yo.
Jordan Poole
We're
is?
getting there
Like,
later.
he's like better than Draymond.
If you watch the
and
podcast,
so much
last
more
week,
keepable.
If you know, you
Like,
know.
I would trade
I said
Draymond
to
over
Ortiz in
Poole.
the car. I was like, yo, I don't think anyone's going to have some wild shit.
All right,
Oh
all
my
right,
God.
all right. Relax. We're getting there. Right now, we're gonna focus on the Portland Trailblazers now, with
right.
an average ranking of 10. The highest we had them was 9. Me and Ortiz. The lowest we had them was 11. Dean and Trunks.
Pretty self-explanatory. I mean,
I could see them embarrassing everyone and being like a top
I
4 or
can't see
5
them
seed.
embarrassed.
We're gonna be
Damon,
we're
Damon,
gonna be
Jeremy Grant, I
embarrassed.
feel like low key are
Okay.
going to be a very good duo.
They're
But
just
I
better
couldn't put them.
teams.
Yeah, I couldn't put them higher. I couldn't. I really
No.
think they're going
I
to be
think
good.
Dame Tom's coming
Anthony
in
thing-
Simons off
and
the bench.
Dame's getting traded.
That's not happening.
Traded me him in
Nah.
Dynasty.
I like what they did with the roster. I love Josh Hart, bro.
Me too.
Villanova guy. I have a
Yep.
thing for Villanova
He
guys.
doesn't
They
move the
play-
needle.
No, he doesn't
He-
move the needle. But as a role, he's like
A great role
he's
player.
an elite role player.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The guy I was
Okay.
talking about before.
Nah,
Yeah.
I can
He's
get behind that.
very, very, very good. Like he's only gonna help your
Well-
team when he's out there. You know what I mean? He's gonna play solid defense. He should make the right play for the most
Who's
part.
the 4th best player in the team? Obviously, Nurkic is 3. Is he the 4th best player in that team?
Nurkic, Simons, Grant, and Dame. Obviously,
Anthony Simons. Okay.
you have Nas Little coming back from injury. Nasir Little was
You're a fat
spectacular for them
fuck.
last year before he got hurt.
Mm.
Nasir Little is one of my guys, bro. Nasir Little was ranked 2 behind Zion.
The
in,
Zion stopper.
coming out of high school,
Listen.
and then
was.
struggled at UNC.
Mhm.
So
He
he was
together.
yeah he was coming into his own
Slowly.
before he got injured. He was figuring out his jump shot. He's obviously athletic enough to be a really good defender. Who else do they have on that team? They drafted Shaden Sharp. If Shaden Sharp could,
He looked
you
good
know,
the other
that-
night.
yeah, if he could play
he
basketball,
had
then
that sick alley
yeah,
oop, right?
he's
Yeah.
insane
Oh, he's got
bounce.
bounce.
He's
Yeah.
insane bounce.
Oh my lord.
If all else fails, he'll be able to, make a few highlight plays at
100%.
minimum.
They got Gary Payton the second.
Yeah, that was a
Gary
good signing.
Payton-
That was a
Signing, very
huge
good.
signing.
No,
Yeah.
the roster definitely improved. It's just tough with them, We could all probably see them doing a little bit better than we have them, just because. And our reasoning would be, well, it's Damian Lillard.
Yep.
Like he'll figure it out.
Yep.
So the thing is,
I-
it's a new roster, so probably all of us are thinking we have to see it before we rank them, and we just see other rosters being better. But they could definitely go on a run.
I was gonna say, if there's one thing I really do think that aside from early Damian Lillard rosters, this is the best roster he's had.
Yeah, this is one of his better rosters. It's very, very
roster he's had.
balanced. Yeah.
I
best
just
roster he's had.
yeah, I just think it balances out in my opinion because I don't think he has that second star right now.
See, but
Like he
my
had in
thing is,
CJ.
I don't think Grant is going to be a second star, but I
no.
think Grant and Simons as the second and third options is a very good.
The
It is,
production
yeah.
you're gonna
Yeah.
get out of Grant as essentially your third option, because I'd personally expect Simons to be
Yep.
the second option.
even off the bench. Yeah.
yeah. But the production you're gonna get from Jeremy Grant as a third option is gonna be very, very good.
And then the defensive grittiness of your team now.
yeah,
Like
you have
put-
an identity. That's one thing they lacked with who was the other coach?
Terry Stotts.
Terry Stotts. They kind of lacked an identity. They
And now it's Chauncey,
Chauncey
right?
Billups.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm saying.
Chauncey.
He's really trying to build a culture.
Yes,
there,
he is.
so-
I like their outlook this season. Even though we have them at 9, I could very much see them, or 10. I could very much see them being higher than this. I think Gary Payton.
I'm sure like 3 weeks into the season, once we talk about where we have teams
Yeah, when
looking,
we look
we're gonna
back,
have
yeah.
them higher.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
like off
for
the
sure.
rip ski, I think.
Oh, 100%. I think they gel very quickly because it just meshes well with Damian Lillard's play style. Like
Yeah.
I think it all works. So Do you guys have anything to say about Portland?
No. Can I take some of this candy?
No.
So the next couple teams, like,
All right.
so Portland, our average
I
ranking
have a
was
couple right
10,
here.
and the next team, number 9, Memphis, is at a
Thank
7.6.
What a nice.
It's a huge jump.
Huge
nice
jump.
Huge jump.
And that's just a testament to how close together the top half of that.
So
that
as you were
Western
saying,
Conference
yeah,
is.
here's where the differences start to be prevalent. And you got number 5, like the highest that we had them was 5, and that was you, Dean.
I do
You had
put them at
Memphis at
5.
5, and then I had them the lowest at 10.
I think
Oh, wow.
10's criminal.
So
So
it is, and but I'll tell you why. I
Who
think
we
the
talking
teams Memphis.
You don't have to agree with me with 5, but 10's crazy.
No. And I get it. And I knew that was going to get some pushback. I had a feeling that Memphis being that low was going to get pushback. But my thing is, I think the West the entire NBA for that matter, has gotten a lot better in terms of the top end teams and stuff like that. But my thing is, I think the Jaren injury hurts more than we're going to realize.
Yeah.
And then I think that maybe it doesn't drop them that low,
how much time is he missing?
but he's gonna miss like the first 2
Till,
to
like,
3
at
months, I
least
think.
Christmas,
January, I
yeah.
heard. January, I heard. So I think that makes a huge difference. As great as Ja is, as deep as that roster is, you still lost DeAnthony Melton. You didn't really replace him, and he's a good player for that matter. My thing is, at what point does Jaren and DeAnthony Melton, who are probably your 2 best defenders on the team, that's gonna hurt. That's going to hurt you one way or another. And Ja is great. Ja might carry them to make me look stupid, and that's fine. But I have them at the very back end of the plan. I didn't think they were going to be higher than this, truthfully, in my opinion. Maybe 9 or 8 from what I see as their ceiling. I don't see them being better than the other teams. That's just
I think
how I feel.
They
Yeah.
extended Steven Adams. I just think he's so bad. He's
Steven
just,
Adams.
Steven Adams,
bro.
you
He's
think
just
he's bad?
Mr.
Bro,
Adams?
he's like a fucking traffic cone out
He
there.
does his
What the
job.
fuck do you mean?
I think he was
literally
really good for
He
them.
was great
I don't
last
know.
season.
I
Really
think
good
he's
for
just
them.
like a traffic
I think
cone,
he
bro.
really,
they're a
ideally,
traffic
is only
cone.
gonna need to play limited minutes for them.
20 minutes,
Ideally,
25
like
minutes.
for their future, ideally, it's obviously
Jaren
Brandon
at the
Clark
5.
and Jaren finishing games for them in the front
Yeah.
court.
I don't see a problem
But,
with Steven
yeah,
Adams.
Steven
Me
Adams
neither.
was phenomenal
Yeah.
for them
Why you
last
coming
year.
at
and
Steven Adams, bro?
I just am.
I think they're
What if
like you
Steven
said,
Adams
Silly.
came at you.
It's not like he's
Yeah.
starting and playing 30
Oh,
minutes. A
no,
game.
he's starting though. But
Chris, you had Memphis at 8. You were the second lowest on them.
so
You and Trunks.
I
had them at
think
8.
I think like you said, losing Jaren's gonna hurt. Losing the rim protection. Steven Adams isn't really that much of a rim protector. Brandon Clark isn't really that much of a rim protector either. I don't think you
Yeah.
have much
So you
shot
gotta eat farther away from the
creation.
mic. I don't want an ASMR video. Here.
I don't think you have much shot creation, and maybe I'm disrespecting Desmond Bain a little bit, but
We're gonna disrespect some teams. in
Out
this
of-
because-
We already have. So
Yeah.
you have the Warriors at 7.
like
we
outside
didn't
of
even get to that yet.
outside of John Morant, I feel like you lack shot creation a little bit compared to the teams that we have above them. Like if you just look real quick, look at like the guys who could go and get buckets in a playoff game down the. I know obviously this is just regular season games, but and obviously Ja's one of those guys who could close out a game by himself and
But
completely
even last
take
year, you
over.
really didn't have that.
Yeah,
You're
I think
relying on Desmond Bain and Dylan Brooks to be there.
right.
So there's that.
Shout out Dylan Brooks. I love Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, I love Dylan Brooks too. That's my
But
guy.
yeah, Memphis, you got last season was like so perfect for them. You just like, I don't know. I feel like it's inevitable that they regress. Maybe like we said,
As
we're
I
gonna
said-
feel like we're disrespecting every team that we have a little bit lower
Yeah.
because there's
Bless
so
you.
much talent.
Thanks.
These teams are really, really good, put together teams.
Yep.
But
Yep. They all fit.
some of
around
them,
their
it
star.
just seems like this isn't their year. That's
No.
and that's why
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
them lower.
I
But
agree. I think Memphis is literally one move away from being
They
a title
are,
contender.
yeah.
One move away. And that's it. Once you get that one guy,
even if it's not a
wraps.
superstar, I think it's
A
just like
star.
a shot creator, someone
Yeah.
who could score.
I would agree. Like a kind of in this mold, kind of like Chris Middleton. Like I think
Yeah.
of Chris Middleton, obviously not him,
Yeah.
but a guy like Chris
A
Middleton.
long wing.
Yeah,
plus
not a
that could get
superstar.
bucket.
Just could get buckets. Yeah,
Yeah.
just could get buckets, and that'd be the perfect running mate with John and Jaren. But that's why I had them so low. I had them at 10 for that reason.
So
I
Dean,
think.
why did you have them so high?
Yeah, 5.
He likes Ja.
Yeah, I mean, no, they had a great season last year,
They did,
and
no,
I
yeah.
think I don't see why not. I mean, obviously, Jaren hurts, somewhat, but I think Ja still gets better. I think they have enough young guys that they're still all getting better.
You had them
You
over
add
some
Danny Green,
teams, man.
you know, a little bit of
So
perimeter,
can I
D, a little bit of
ask-
shooting space.
Can I ask something?
What's up?
What? Like I like Josh super young. I don't want to say he peaked, but like what's Ja's next step? Like what does Ja do to get better? I'm not
Defense.
defense. Yeah, he was definitely a liability on
think
defense.
there's-
And
I
you would
think it's that, and
it's
honestly, it's
shooting.
just the eye test. Like just
Yeah.
watching him play. Like,
I think
you know,
impact on winning, right?
It's
Yeah.
I think it's
I don't think his numbers need to necessarily get better.
No, yeah, his
if I'm
numbers.
being
were
honest,
phenomenal.
it's shooting more than anything
just
else.
playing smoother.
Once he gets
Um,
if he gets a jumper, like a literal
So yeah,
consistent
he was
jumper.
definitely a liability on defense, and you'd
Uh-huh.
like to think he's one of those guys who is uber athletic. So like,
I
just
think he is
try
athletic enough.
a little bit on defense, and you'll be fine. That's what I'm shot creation in general. Obviously, he could get to the rim at will. It's kind of just the pace he played for me anyway. Like he does have good pace, but like I feel like that's where he can improve if he improves his pace and controlling the game and knowing when to go and when to not go. And I think that'll open the floor for him. And obviously, you'd like to see the jump shot improve with time, and it should improve with time. I don't know if this is the year where he makes a jump like that, especially considering the team around him.
Yeah.
I don't think the team like obviously it's a good team, a good young core, but I just don't think they're gonna help him that much and make the game that much easier for him. When he's in the like obviously last year they won a shit ton of games without him, but like when he's in the lineup, there's times where it just feels like it's him and no one else,
Nobody else.
especially in the playoffs. It felt like that.
So it's literally just Ja.
I agree with that.
That's your
with
reason.
Playoffs. I mean, he's
And
the,
that's
he's
fair.
the best
No,
player
that's
on that team by
That's fair.
far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I'm not saying that's wrong.
Josh's phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's a MVP candidate this year too.
He was last year.
Yeah.
Back end, but yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, we'll hop to number 8. And this I feel like was the first legitimate surprise of the list.
I'm not surprised at all.
Average ranking of 7.2. Highest we had them was 6. I didn't even say who it was yet. I know. Me and Dean had them at 6. Trunks, you had them at 9. Number 8 was the Phoenix Suns.
Yep.
So we're all predicting a bit of a fall off this season.
They lost to the 36ers. I don't care. They're not
Yeah.
good.
I don't think it's that big of a
Yeah.
They
deal.
fell off.
They
I don't think
lost
that's
to
big of a deal.
36ers.
I mean,
They
yeah.
lost by 100 to Luca, and Aiton doesn't want to be there.
So
And Chris Paul's old.
So Aiton said that he and Monty Williams fixed their little relationship recently. Obviously, he probably just did that
Talking-
because
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
was
it's
saying that
talking
for the
about it.
PR.
Yeah.
But on Through the Wire podcast, I think Kenny mentioned it that I didn't watch preseason. Like I watched like 2 preseason games,
Yeah.
and it wasn't the Phoenix Suns. But he said that they were making it a priority to get Aiton the ball, and like they were feeding him down low.
As they should.
So
Increasing his trade value.
so
Could be.
if they increase his workload and he produces at an increased level and that makes him want to be there, they're going to be contenders.
Mhm.
Like
Yep.
it's really just like whatever happens with his situation determines how far they go.
Mhm.
Obviously, I'm guessing we're all projecting him to
Leave.
keep bitching
Or
and
be
either
traded.
leave
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
just
Force out.
and the chemistry not to be there for them. But
That was one of my
if the
predictions.
chemistry is there for them and he produces at a higher level, then they're going to be very, very scary.
Yep.
Yeah.
So unlike
And the Jay Crowder trade's coming though.
I have a feeling, I don't know, like obviously he got, like people would say, oh, he got his bag, he's chilling, he don't give a shit no more. I think DeAndre Ayton he has a lot to prove. So like he could come out and really try and shut some people up this year.
I think he's very motivated.
Yeah.
I don't think he lacks the motivation. I just think he lacks the motivation to play in Phoenix now.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
And I think unlike the East, the West, 1 through 8 is contenders.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
any team that comes out of, unless the fucking Sacramento Kings are winning the play-in, 1 through 8 should be
Contenders.
yeah,
Yeah.
should be able to win
Yeah.
the championship.
Phoenix.
If,
should be
if
very
they go on a, if
exciting
they get
playoffs
get
this
momentum,
year.
go on a good
Phoenix
run.
could be 1.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think not having Jay Crowder obviously is gonna
Hurts.
hurt,
It's gonna hurt
a
them a lot.
bunch
Yup. For
because
sure.
you lose depth having to start Cam Johnson. Then
That's what I was saying.
Um,
It's not the fact that they're trading Jay Crowder and the starting lineup will be fine because Cam Johnson's just he's great. He's a great player.
Seen him working.
And
on his
JaVale
left
was
hand.
there last year, right?
Yes, he
It
was
JaVale
best
or-
backup center in the league.
Yeah.
Did they have the
And
pieces to trade for Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Should they have done it?
No. Maybe. Actually,
Mm,
yeah.
I
if-
would have.
If Aiton's going, yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
At this point, right?
Personally.
Yeah.
If
The
they
only
coulda got
issue,
if you could get KD, you get KD.
You
the
Yeah.
only
KD.
the only issue with that trade, potential trade at least, was the fact that Ben Simmons was also on a rookie scale deal, and you can't have two of those guys, I'm pretty sure, on your team. Or there's some
Yeah.
rule.
So who's
There's
it?
some weird rule
On
where
the-
you
on
can't.
the-
Ben Simmons and then obviously Aiton would be getting that type of contract, but
You trade
after the
Aiton.
rookie scale.
You sign and trade 8, no?
That's the point.
But that's what I'm saying, because then you'd have to trade Ben if you're the Nets. You can't have those two guys on
Such a
your team
stupid
together.
rule.
It is a bad rule.
Mm.
You can't have two guys on those rookie max extensions on the same
Well,
team.
you get a third team. I think it could have
True.
been worked out.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, if it was an opportunity to have Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant,
You
on the
have
roster,
to
you
do it.
have to do
Have
You have
to
to pull
do
trigger
it.
on
Yeah.
that. without a doubt.
Absolutely. That
Yeah.
makes them probably the favorites.
Yeah.
Probably
100%.
the favorites. Like,
It's slightly a fumble job from
I mean,
Chris.
you
I
don't
don't
know
think
if
it
it
was
was even there.
possible,
Yeah,
yeah.
you don't
They
know if it
probably
was even there.
tried.
Brooklyn's GM
Everyone probably
did
tried.
not want to trade Kevin
No.
Durant.
Yeah.
We saw what happened.
Nah,
Like, they
yeah.
called his
I
bluff,
mean-
and he had to back off. He had to back down from it. So, I mean, look, it ended up being a great move by Brooklyn. And I think they made the right decision, obviously, by keeping Kevin Durant. KD knew these motherfuckers aren't going to trade me because you don't have nobody has the assets to trade for Kevin Durant. Like, it's
Thunder
that
do.
simple. Yeah, sure, but no players. You don't have the players for it. You have
Yeah.
the picks, but you don't have the players for it.
Yeah, you do.
Who? You trade
Uh,
Shea and what?
Shea,
You trade Shea and now what?
And
Now
every
you have
pick
Chet.
you own.
and then you're gonna get Victor.
It's Kevin alone. It's Kevin alone.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yo,
Kevin
wait,
alone.
I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah,
but
do your
if we're
thing,
about to talk about the
Don't forget
Warriors,
your
I can't
headset.
miss that.
No, we got the Warriors for a while. We don't got the Warriors for a while.
What
Um, We are going to talk about a very interesting team, though.
bro.
Yeah.
I can't wait to shit on your fucking.
So
leg.
hurry up, buddy.
It's not even.
Can we all
It
just fight them?
is. Don't
It's-
say it's not even. It is.
That
You don't even know what I was gonna say.
I
number
don't
seven.
give
'Cause
a
I don't
fuck.
even know how to say it.
number seven's
Yeah, exactly.
crazy.
So
Look at that.
I guess we're talking about it
We're
now.
not going to talk
No, we're
about
not.
it.
Just
So we're
wait.
going to wait for him. And we're going to wait till we get to the Warriors.
I-
This team,
I just okay. Yeah, just go.
yeah, fuck you.
Just go.
We'll wait.
Just go.
7 was tied with 6, but I want to talk about this team first. I don't want to waste him. I want to save the Lakers for him to be here. So we'll talk about Minnesota.
Wait.
They
so
both had an
what's-
average ranking of 6.4.
Okay.
They were the 7 and the 6 seed tied. The Lakers I put as the 7 because they had a lower floor. Actually, did they? Let's see where the Lakers were. They had a lower ceiling, I should say, in the rankings.
Ceiling is the roof.
So the highest that people had the Lakers, me, Ortiz, and Trunks all had them at 5. Chris had them at 9. So that wasn't a huge gap, but nonetheless,
Where did
I-
Dean have them?
Who cares?
Yeah.
That's what
Dean
it
had
seems
them-
like.
The thing with the Lakers.
well, I didn't put
The
that.
thing with the Lakers is okay,
Dean had them at
and,
8.
and you hate
Yeah.
to rank teams based on
I
possibility
would
of
rather
injury.
talk
Yeah,
about Minnesota if we
that's-
could, so we could save the Lakers for him.
He's coming.
I'm literally in the
Okay,
middle.
sorry.
Everyone's
Yeah,
just
I'm
coming
sorry. I'm
today.
sorry.
Fuck you.
Everyone is coming.
So
Go ahead. I'm an asshole.
So
you don't
much
want to
cum.
rank teams based on like potential of injury and things like that. But Anthony Davis being hurt every fucking season has to go into account.
That means
Like-
that he's due to have a good season.
I don't think that's what that means.
I think he
He
has a
doesn't.
good season.
I think he's 7 feet tall and he has
He's
fucking
6'7".
leg problems.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Back
So I think
problems,
that's
too.
stuff right.
And-
Exactly.
and
You're not
shoulder
right.
problems.
Shoulder
Exactly.
He has
You're helping my
everything
fucking
problems.
case.
He's
So-
Gallows
Anyway.
syndrome.
He was hurt in the
Anthony
fucking
Davis.
We're talking about the
preseason for a while.
Lakers?
You were talking about
Yes.
the Lakers, and what I said was you hate to rank, a team based on potential of injury, but you have to think about Anthony Davis going down. That's like a third of their
So-
offense.
For a point of reference, by the way, you had them the lowest at 9. Me, Trunks, and Ortiz.
There's only
had
so
them
much
highest
LeBron
at 5.
James could do.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Five.
it
Okay.
sucks that
So here's the thing.
what's happened the past 2 years, like
Here's
like
the
with
thing.
Rob Pelinka
Me
and
with the
shit.
Lakers, yo. I thought about it. I actually watched their preseason game, 2 of them, because it was on late.
If you're gonna
so-
mention the Russ thing,
no, I'm not gonna.
No,
I don't have.
I don't think that's. I
Shit
think
to
that's a
say about
nonsense.
that.
yeah, I
nothing.
think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't have shit to
That's
say
just
about
the
that.
He
media.
said it was
I
his ritual.
think-
I think you've been.
What
doing
I'm
that.
gonna
just
say
the
though is, even at full health, obviously it's LeBron. You don't want to count out LeBron. It's AD. AD is a good player. Shout out AD. But the roster stinks, yo. What?
No, he's just a loud water drinker.
Oh,
Oh.
continue.
The roster stinks.
Yeah.
You're expecting a lot out of guys who haven't proven shit.
Mhm.
Austin Reeves is a cool player, but
He looks
like,
good the
Yeah, I
preseason.
he
was about to
does
say,
look
he looked
good,
good.
but
from the
it's
highlights.
just you're expecting a lot out of guys
Lonnie
who haven't
Walker.
proven shit. The
But
roster
what is
just,
Lonnie Walker proven?
That's what I'm saying.
You
I
still-
thought you were saying like
you
he's
still
no,
don't-
no, you have Lonnie Walker
you-
starting.
you
know what
still
I mean?
don't have
I don't think you
spacing.
do.
Like LeBron's
They've been
still your
starting.
best shooter. That's a
Yeah.
problem. Like obviously Patrick Beverly gives spacing. Kendrick Nunn coming back gives spacing.
Lonnie should
You'd-
theoretically give you.
You'd like to
spacing.
say that Dennis Schroeder comes back. Coming back helps.
Thomas Bryant is an
Yeah.
underrated pickup. He's
He's
got spacing in the center
cool. It's
spot.
just like
They
I
have a
don't
lot
know.
of guards.
For
Yeah, I
They have a lot of
I-
guards for a team that LeBron is probably going to bring up the ball a lot of the times. He's on
Very
the court.
few wings.
To me,
Yeah.
to me, it just feels like you have no perimeter defense and you have no
But they have one.
They do. They
You
have
have
to sign
no
Mo Harkless. He just
3-point
got
shooting.
he got
Don't they have
released.
Stanley too, or did they?
And he's
I think
gone.
he's
He's
gone.
gone.
Yeah,
Utah.
yeah. I forgot.
Yeah,
So
Mo
they have
Harkless just got like,
Wayne.
bought out or something. He should
They
get
should
signed.
definitely go get Mo.
Yeah, to me,
Um,
it's just I don't know. Compared to the teams we have above them, well, I have above them. They just don't like. I have Memphis above them. I have Phoenix above them. I just think they don't have the defense and the shooting to compete with those teams.
So
That's
I will pose the theory to everybody here. Do we think, and we all know what the one trade is for the Lakers right now? Do we think that changes the entire outlook of
Yes.
the Lakers season if
Yes.
they made that trade?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
everyone
we're
thinks yes.
referring to
getting
The Miles Turner,
Buddy
Buddy
Hield
Hield.
is one of the best shooters. Like
I mean,
I don't care how you want
Of
to put
all
it. Buddy
time.
Hield is one
Point
of the best
blank,
shooters
period,
in NBA
yes.
history.
and
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
solid defender.
And Miles Turner could.
No, he's not.
If Miles Turner's your
He's not a
backup
bad
center,
defender.
He's a very bad.
Yeah,
defender.
Miles Turner. Like obviously, we all know what Miles Turner could do.
Yeah.
He provides elite floor spacing for the as a center.
As a center,
and
yeah.
elite shot blocking, and that's what he's going to give you. That's really about all
That'd be
he's going to give
perfect.
you. But
then you could have Schroeder be your point guard, your starting point guard. That'd be perfect.
Or
I
you
think.
just have none start.
Or none. Yeah.
for spacing
Depends how he
reasons.
plays.
I
Yeah.
think Schroeder might be able to work better off the bench. anyway.
Or you
even
just
Pat
start
Bev.
Reeves. Or oh wait, Pat Bev. I completely forgot about that. Yeah,
Pat
you
Bev,
start Pat
yeah.
Bev next to Buddy Hield,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
LeBron, AD, and Miles Turner as your starting five.
It's a solid team.
And then Schroeder is your six man or whatever. Austin
Right.
Reeves
Yeah,
off the
having-
bench.
And
You let AD
Westbrook just
pretend he's
doesn't
a
exist.
forward.
Buddy Hield,
He'd be on the Pacers
Oh, that is
in the trade.
Yeah.
Buddy Hield opens a lot of doors for him. Like honestly, bro, like I don't really have much to say about the Lakers. It's what a lot of these teams. It's just I have you low because of what I saw last year and how I'm projecting you, and I have to see it. If I see it, I'll move you up. Like,
yeah.
The Lakers obviously can move up. Obviously, it's LeBron. Like you have a chance, but compared to how I view the rest of the teams, it's just not their year.
So
That's fair.
this happened this week, I think, or last week. I can't believe that ownership saw Rob Pelinka waste 2 of
Yeah.
LeBron's years, and they extended him
Yeah,
for
it's
2 more
rough.
years.
It's kind of like,
It's
bro,
insane. Like
Magic
they had
Johnson-
a championship
Magic
team,
Johnson
and he
signed
tore it apart.
LeBron and pretty much initiated the AD
Okay.
trade, and then
Yeah.
Rob Pelinka has done nothing.
He
bro.
Hold
not
on,
even
hold
nothing.
on.
He
Nah,
tore that team
Yes,
apart.
shit.
Wait. The year before last year, right? When they had fucking Montrezl Harrell and Dennis Schroeder coming off top fucking 6 man of the year candidacies. I'm fucking with this microphone. That roster was not bad coming off a championship. They got better.
But it was ass. That's
my
the
thing was-
problem.
no, they were 17
were
that year.
injured.
They were
On pa-
17.
they
They got
were
hurt.
injured.
They were
LeBron
injured.
and
But I
AD
don't
got
think
hurt.
that was Rob
I-
Pelinka's
I
fault.
think like to me, it's just like obviously like the Russ trade really sucks,
Oh.
but like
nah, that was the
yeah.
worst move.
even if it wasn't like if it was anyone, it's just like I didn't see a reason to trade Kuzma and KCP. I feel like
Yeah.
Kuzma and
What the
KCP.
fuck did they get back for them?
Thomas
Russ.
Bryant.
Oh my god, yeah, it was the Wizards trade. I
Yeah,
completely
that's
forgot
what I'm
about
saying.
that.
It's just to me, it's just like
Thomas Bryant was after.
those two guys
just
were
signing.
very,
Yeah.
very
season.
important to them winning the championship.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like
oh my god, KCP
like
was
Kuzma
perfect there.
Kuzma
Danny
got
Green
so
too.
much shit. I feel like
Bingo.
Kuzma was the perfect third option. Like obviously
He can
he's
go
not
get
the
you
like
20.
great name. Like
Yeah,
he did his job. like for the most part, he
No,
did
he
his
tried
job.
on defense. He rebounded when he had to. Like
I feel like he was like I don't know. I feel like they gave up on him too soon. They
did.
expected
He
That-
played
too
well
much
with the
out of him.
Wizards
I'm
last
gonna be
season.
honest.
No?
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
he played
was,
really
he,
well
he
with
was
the
he was good.
Wizards
Yeah.
last year.
I definitely wish they kept KCP and Kuz. Never
Yeah.
made that trade. I think
I think
things
part
would
of
be
it
different.
part
for
of it
sure.
was also seeing the Nets and getting
I
Harden.
think also part of it was they panicked when they didn't need to when they had the 7 seed.
Yeah.
Because they should have looked at it like, okay, LeBron and AD got hurt. We're going to run it back with this exact same team, and we're going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But they looked at it as, oh, shit, we're the Lakers. We were the 7 seed. We need to make a massive move. And that's what they
Yeah.
did.
And
They
they-
reacted to that.
They probably would have been able to get Kyrie Irving a little bit
'Cause, yeah,
easier if
I
they
mean, like,
didn't
they
trade
just
for
waited.
Russ.
Like back on what I was saying, like
Probably
like
made
you
it
didn't
easier for them to
you
get Kyrie.
traded.
That's what I just said.
No, getting Russ makes it easier to get Kyrie because of contracts.
Yeah, but now you have nothing else. At least you had assets.
But you trade Kuzma and KCP, and you get back Russ, which virtually provided a 0 for them last year. Like, let's be real.
Negative
And
0.
you don't fill the void of a long wing scorer that you lost in Kyle Kuzma, and you don't fill the void of a 3-point sniper that you lost in KCP.
Yeah.
So
They're
it's
just
like,
scared
how
to
And
are
a
you
hard
hard-nosed fucking perimeter
right? How are you
defender.
gonna
Yeah.
like those are two like key components of
To a
building a
LeBron James
championship team.
Mhm.
Like you need that.
They're scared
So-
to make a move now. Like they just have to act now because
So,
their window's gonna
yeah.
close eventually.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
I,
mean,
think it's tough for them. I
maybe
think
not,
having
but-
them at 5, based on what we saw last year and what the roster looks like, is honestly
I'm gonna
really,
be
really
honest.
high.
I'm gonna be honest. I do think that that Miles Turner and Buddy Hield trade will be on the table for the next couple
It's
months.
been on the table.
It will be. That's what I'm
They just
saying.
don't
It
wanna do
will
it.
be on
Yeah.
the table. I think they're holding out just for a little while to see if not Ime. What the fuck? I just forgot his name. I had it in my head and then I
Mr.
forgot.
Ham.
Darvin Ham. Yes. To see if Darvin Ham can make the Russ thing work.
Yeah.
And if it does work, that could be a very good big 3. We know
I was about to say I can
Can it?
still see it
no,
working. but-
will it? Probably not. Like
No.
it can. Will it? Probably not. But I think it's worth holding out for about a month or so to see what they could do. Maybe if they start showing flashes and they're like, after the first month, they're like, what, 8-3, 8-4.
Mhm.
I think you stick with it.
Because
So-
on paper, the 3 of them should be a championship team.
The last time
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
that
Russ
simple.
Yeah.
playing at a level where he was contributing to winning basketball was where in Houston.
Low key,
Houston,
it was
he
Washington in the second half of the
He
season.
literally
He
fucking
averaged-
willed
He
Washington to the
yeah.
playoffs.
pulled them to
Yeah.
the playoffs that season.
That
Like
was triple
him
double,
and Bradley,
didn't
yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
triple
he
double.
did average triple double that season. But the thing was, his first half was horrible.
Yeah,
First half
that's
First
probably
half
what I'm
was
remembering.
terrible.
Willed them
But
into
you,
the
yeah, you
playoffs.
do. But then the second half, he shaved his head and he was back to fucking
Yeah.
OKC.
He wasn't
Westbrook.
bad in Houston either. It just didn't
No,
really
he was
work.
really good in Houston, but then he got hurt in the
Yeah.
playoffs, and he was
Bubble.
horrible, and he was terrible. And he played the Lakers. Yeah, he played the Lakers. Daniel House got injured that series. That kind of made a difference. Maybe it wins them an extra game or two, whatever. But Russ got
Wait, was
hurt.
he injured or wasn't that in the bubble when he got
It
in
was the
trouble?
bubble, and he
Didn't he get in
Isn't
trouble?
that when he yelled at the babies?
yes,
yelled at
Daniel
him.
House got
Trouble
kicked
for
out.
having
Got
a-
kicked out.
having a
Yeah, you're right.
baby.
You're right.
Shout out Daniel House.
Didn't he
My
like
boy
order
did his
DoorDash or some
thing in the
shit?
bubble. No.
No?
He had a girl in the bubble. But it wasn't like he
Oh,
brought a
right.
girl in the bubble. It was one of like the workers in the bubble
That's
Yeah.
fire.
that he was just,
That's sick.
he was doing his thing.
God damn.
So
Good shit's in the house, bro.
yeah, nah. So that obviously he got kicked out, whatever. But Russell
See ya.
Westbrook was great up until that series. And I remember they remodeled their whole team to fit Russell Westbrook that season. They traded Capella. PJ Tucker and Robert Covington were running center for them. And it was working. Russ was averaging like 28 on like the highest efficiency of his career for the second half of the season. And obviously it's because of the spacing, but then come playoff time, like defense constricts. You're going to let him shoot jumpers and stuff. And it ended up happening. But in the end, we've seen Russ play at a high level within the last couple years, multiple different occasions. So I don't know. Maybe it can work. I'd love to see it work personally. And that's why I put them at 5. I think it ends up working. That was one of my bold predictions. So I'm going to back that personally.
Me also.
Number 6, we'll jump to this. Minnesota, as I said, we had them tied with an average position at 6.4.
I think
This was the biggest difference in opinions from top to bottom.
really.
The lowest that we had them was 10, and that was
Wow.
Ortiz. Do you want to guess who had them the highest?
You
Do you want to guess where?
1,
No,
Two.
I want to say 3.
Wow.
2,
I had
like it.
Minnesota at 2.
2's fucking high.
10 is
10 is low,
10 is
bro.
fucking low.
10 is more low than 2
where
is high.
they are on the averages is perfect.
Minnesota,
Uh.
everybody, if I'm being honest, you two had them low.
Oh no, I had
You
them.
had them at 9.
Okay.
You had them at 10. Trunks had them at 6. Chris had them at 5.
Okay.
And I was the one that said, fuck it. I have them at 2.
Okay.
I think
I'm
this
gonna
is-
say my piece about Minnesota, and then I'm gonna let you guys go at it.
All right.
I think there's a world where they can win a lot of regular season games, and
That's what I was about to say.
Bingo.
I think they're
they-
built for the regular season.
That's exactly what I thought.
so Chris Finch went out and said that he's gonna try and obviously they're gonna see the court together, like they're both gonna start probably, and they're probably for the most part gonna finish games together. But he said he's gonna try and stagger Cat and Rudy Gobert's minutes.
Mhm.
And I think during the regular season, having to go against Cat at the 5 for 15 minutes, who's stretching the floor, getting buckets, and then 15 minutes of going at Rudy Gobert, where you can't get anything in the paint,
And
switching
then
on and off between
What,
that
like
is
15 with the both of them.
is going to give teams fits in the regular season. How it's going to work in the playoffs, I mean, we'll talk about that when we talk about that.
Yep.
But I think they're a playoff lock. I think
Yeah.
having them as low as you guys had them is pretty wild. But
I feel like it's criminal, honestly.
I think when you
Because-
look at the teams that are there,
yeah, so
it's really
They
not that crazy.
arguably have, and I'm just putting that out there. They have the best 4 guys on a team than any other team. The best 1, 2, 3, 4 than any other team in the league.
a lot of their success to me is going to come down to how D'Angelo Russell runs their offense.
I was gonna say, we're
I
really
agree with that.
saying you're including D'Angelo Russell in that statement.
I mean, yeah, he's
Yeah.
the 4th best player on the team. Who else?
Nas
Who else?
Reed.
Who else we saying? Like Jaden McDaniels, I think he's going to take a jump. I don't think he's the 4th best player on the team yet. So
Oh, why do
All right,
y'all
so-
have them so
yeah, I was
low?
about to say let's hear this so then I could. I
Well,
could
no,
shoot
my
on them.
reason it's not because of them and their talent, and I can agree with you guys saying that they could produce a lot of wins in the regular season. I just looked at all the other teams that are there, and I just think teams like the Lakers. I think Phoenix is better. I still think Memphis is better. That's about
Why?
it.
Damn, bro. Like,
Yeah,
why? Okay,
What makes
so let me
Memphis
just ask,
better?
why Memphis?
Because they've
over
fucking
Minnesota?
done it. They've proven it.
But Minnesota,
Minnesota
made
hasn't
the
done
playoffs.
shit.
Minnesota made
Minnesota
the playoffs
got
last
better.
year
I
with a 21-year-old Anthony Edwards. And not to mention that they just fucking traded for the best defensive center we've seen in a very, very, very long time. Like,
I don't think the situation works out in the beginning. I think
I was
they
gonna say,
kind
I
of
think
flow
Karl
into
Anthony
it. And I
Towns
think
and
the West
Gobert
is
have
so competitive right
things
now
to work
that
out.
they're just gonna once they fall off at the beginning, they're just gonna stay,
I'll add
and
to
they're
that.
not going to recover.
I'll
I
add
think
to
they're gonna
that.
stay
They
down
made the playoffs last year, but they fucking sold the fucking bag last year in the
They did.
playoffs. They
Yeah.
had that series won. They blew
Yeah.
fucking
D'Angelo
multiple
Russell
20.
was fucking ass.
They blew multiple
D'Lo
20
was
points
bad.
point leads. They blew multiple 20-point leads in the same game, for that matter. And then you're adding, like, whether you want to hear it or not, Sullivan, like a guy who has a reputation as not being able to produce in the playoffs.
okay,
And I know
we're
that
not
was-
talking playoffs.
And I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, the roster, like, obviously it was their first time in the playoffs, their first taste, but like they sold the fucking bag in the
Okay,
playoffs. Like,
so my
and
thing
obviously
is,
the simple answer to that is Anthony Edwards takes the MVP jump and
There it
solves
is.
everything.
Yeah.
and all right, I'm sorry guys if I take.
But
I
I really see. I agree with Ortiz and Dean, where I see a world where they do end up this low, and the Rudy Gobert, Karl Towns thing is just a complete failure.
Complete
It's-
middle.
There's 2 teams in the NBA who have 2 bigs going out there, them and the Cavs, and like
the Lakers
I-
probably will too. To an
I don't
extent.
think so.
The thing is,
Lakers
think
have
AD
AD
started
at
at the
the
five?
5 for
Okay.
most of the
thing
preseason.
is, I just think there's a ceiling on those teams when they have 2 big men going out.
I agree.
I don't see either
Especially
of
in
those
the
teams.
playoffs.
We're not talking about playoffs now, obviously, but I think both Minnesota and Cleveland aren't contenders.
I agree.
right because when you have Karl Anthony Towns. Oh, fuck.
Come on.
So
When you have Karl Anthony Towns and you're asking him to guard
Jason
fours,
Tatum,
yeah,
bruh.
when you're
That's
asking
the
him to guard
problem.
these fours who are really
I don't think it comes down to that. I think it's
So
if
what do you do when you verse
time
the
out. Time out.
Celtics?
Ready? I think when you verse who?
The Celtics, and
When
you
you
want
ver-
and when you want to
Well, I mean,
fucking play
When you
Karl
verse the
Anthony Towns
Celtics, I
and-
mean,
The
they
Celtics might
start
have
Al Horford
Allen.
and fucking
the
Rob Williams
Celtics.
together.
No, the Celtics are ending games so with Brogdon, Smart, Brown, Tatum,
Right.
and one of the bigs.
right. What are you
At
sitting?
So
that
what
point,
are you-
Rudy probably out.
At that point, yeah, I mean, at that
So you
point,
traded,
you decide,
how many picks for him to sit at the last
or
2
you
minutes of the
sit
game?
Cat if he's not fucking producing offensively.
You're not
like,
sitting Cat,
You don't
dude.
sit Cat
but
over
here's
No.
my
Rudy
thing: if
Gobert.
Anthony Edwards is that dude, you don't care about giving Karl Anthony Towns the ball late in the game.
Okay, but you still traded for a fucking guy that you're gonna sit in the last couple minutes of the game.
That's my thing. That I agree with what you're saying. It's like this is your roster. These are two of your three best players. How are you a contender if like there's legitimate questions on if they could even both be on the floor to end games? And obviously they could go out there and prove us wrong and show that it could work. Like I'm not saying that's out of their range of outcomes, but like in my opinion, from what we've seen of basketball in the past few years, two big men down the stretch of games, especially playoff basketball. I know we're not talking about the playoffs. That's why I said I could see them winning a shit ton of regular season games, but there's a ceiling on like they're not like to me anyway. They're right outside that tier like of like if everything goes perfect, they could be a contender. But like I don't look at the roster and say yeah contender.
Okay,
Like they're just not a contender to me.
and I mean, look, all your points are fair. I'm gonna kind of shoot on this for a second. And look, I think Karl Anthony Towns is going to surprise a lot of people in terms of perimeter defense.
I don't
I
think Karl
think-
was a problem.
I think, but you're that's what you're saying.
No, we are saying
You're-
that him
You're
guarding
quite
the
literally saying
perimeter.
him
Well,
guarding perimeter
okay.
guys is going to
Well,
be a
him not
problem.
being able to play the
I
five is a problem.
think
Okay.
that he is going to surprise people because his biggest issue is guarding in the paint. Like, sure, he gets on a switch and he can hold his own better than most big men in the league. And that's my thing. I think he's going to spend this entire offseason knowing Rudy's there now. He's going to, and these guys are with professional fucking trainers. Like, these guys are going to put them through shit that nobody else is going through. I think Cat comes out and plays at least average perimeter defense.
Yeah.
And he has the size and he's athletic for a big man. I think he's capable of doing that. Am I saying he's going to lock up the Jason Tatums of the world? No. But when you are that tall and long, it helps you quite a bit when you're guarding the perimeter. And I mean, especially when you have the athleticism that Cat has, he's more than capable of doing it.
He's
And
been working on it all offseason. He has
exactly,
to
that's
do
what
it.
I'm
yeah.
saying.
He has to.
For damn sure, he's been working on perimeter defense this entire offseason. He knows what he's going to have to do coming into this season. Plus, if you're starting Rudy and Cat together and you're going to stagger their minutes, you're probably taking Rudy out first, keeping Cat in
Mhm.
against the backup big, so he doesn't have to guard a dominant big man at any point during the game.
Yeah.
So him working on his perimeter defense, you're not taking much away from his interior defense either because he's guarding backup big man for most of the game. And if he closes games, he's usually not going to be going against dominant big men either because that's not what most of the league is. If there's a Jokic, if there's an Embiid, you're having Rudy close that game with him. So regardless, I think my thing is Cat surprises a lot of people on defense and Edwards takes that fucking jump. And the Timberwolves are going to win a shit ton of regular season games. And I honestly could see it working out in the playoffs too.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Period.
mean, I have them at 5. Like, so like I have them pretty high compared to them, I guess. But like my thing with them is the teams above them, like they're just to me just matchup nightmares. Like they'll just kill them down the stretch of games.
Right. When the Nets start running lineups with fucking KD at the 4, what do you even do if you're Minnesota?
Yeah.
You put
Right.
Cat
So-
on.
But I want to
That's all you can
see it. There's definitely a world where it works out and things, go
Like I said,
phenomenally.
I see Cat.
Rudy
surprising a lot of
Gobert is
people.
that good of a player. Karl Towns is that good of
Yep.
a player, and Anthony Edwards projects to be that good of a player. So
Yep.
we'll see.
Yeah, we definitely will. That was good. That was a
Yeah.
good conversation about Minnesota.
Nice.
So that took a while too.
Mini.
All right. So number 5, we have the Pelicans with an average ranking of 5.2. The lowest that we had them was me, and I put them at 7. The highest that we had them was you, and you put them at 3. Let's hear what you have to say about the Pelicans.
I think they have one of the best starting lineups in the NBA. I think based off what they just did in the playoffs, adding Zion back, still have Ingram, CJ, Jonas, Herb Jones. I think they make a big jump this season. Again, not talking about the Warriors right now, but again, we're splitting hairs here from 1 to 10. And I just feel like they're getting a lot better this season by adding Zion back. And what?
He was
He
splitting
was
his
quite
hairs.
literally
Oh,
splitting his hairs.
Yeah, I just think they're getting a lot better by adding Zion back after what they did in the playoffs.
Can
And
I pose a question? Sorry to interrupt.
Nah.
Is there a world where you think throwing Zion back into this roster takes a
second.
little while to get adjusted to?
That's
I
what
think
I
so.
said. That's
I
what
Because
don't know.
it's a complete.
I don't think 7 is a bad seed in the West, anyways.
No,
Like,
No.
I'm just asking
and I
because
think
it's
Anyone
a
could be there.
it's a completely different roster than the last time he played for them in
It is.
like meaningful
100%.
games.
it is.
So
100%.
and obviously Zion's one of those guys who you would think his game fits in seamlessly.
Mhm.
But I'm just wondering.
That's the thing. I don't think it fits in seamlessly. I think him and BI have not similar games, obviously, but I don't think they work perfectly together because in a way they both kind of need the ball. And of course I think one of the most deadly combinations is probably going to be a Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson pick and roll.
Mhm.
That shit is going to be
Zion's
fucking
playmaking,
disgusting.
I
Yes.
think opens it up for BI.
Him in the short roll,
Yeah, I
number
was about
one.
to say his playmaking. in the
BI's,
short
yeah,
role.
exactly. Like
Both of
Zion's,
them.
both of them,
Yeah.
exactly, both of them.
Both
He
of them
should
could
have
be
the
the
ball
role
more.
man too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Like that's my thing. That is going to be the deadliest, one of the deadliest 2-man games in the
Mhm.
entire league, and that's my thing.
I
But
wonder how much they
continue.
go to it.
Oh, probably a lot. I feel
I
like
hope
you would
so.
have to. I feel like you would
Yeah.
have to. And Willie Green seems like he's a good coach. He knows what he's doing over there. So,
And then they could run it with CJ also.
Yeah. As a
And then,
ball
bro,
or an
I
off-ball
think they're
shooter.
gonna.
'Cause
Yeah,
he's real good
exactly.
at that.
I think they're gonna be so good.
Jonas is
honestly.
a good center. Very
yeah.
good center.
I love their roster as well.
love
I
it.
think by the end of the season, Dyson Daniels is going to be getting legitimate, meaningful minutes for them. He's
Yep.
shown like he has elite defensive potential, and if you're
And
throwing
playmaking.
like in the future like a lineup but with him and Herb Jones out there, you have extreme length,
And then
like,
Trey
and
Murphy,
extreme-
too.
yeah, like really good defense. So I think there's a world where Dyson Daniels helps them down the stretch of the season. Obviously, Alvarado is going to give them grit.
Yeah.
They have some good individual defenders. I think they really lack front court defense, like a real
They don't have, and Jackson Hayes just got hurt.
yeah.
And it's not like he
Yeah.
was a great defender. He was more like a
Yeah,
blocks type guy.
Yeah,
But
I think they're really lacking in the front court defense.
But I
and
feel
I
like
think that's going to hurt them. I think that's going to be their.
that's a position
downfall.
you could easily acquire
You could
because
and
there are
obvi-
plenty of guys out
yeah,
there that could do
and
that.
if you do acquire that, it might change things for me. That's why I don't have them higher. I love the
I
roster.
think Miles Turner's perfect there,
think-
man.
yeah.
Miles Turner's
Miles
perfect
Turner for
everywhere.
A lot of teams.
But it's just next to Zion, that fit is like perfect basketball harmony. Like it just makes sense.
Yeah, so I think the Pelicans are going to be one of the better offenses in the league. I do also
sure.
think there's a world where they don't take a step forward. That's possible for every
Oh
team.
yeah, for sure.
And they just have a kind of, mediocre, like, we're just going to stay still for a year. And that's completely fine. That happens. And they're young. So, like, they've a bunch of years.
For sure.
I think they'll get into I have them at 6.
They'll make
I
play-in,
think
at
they'll
least.
get into the playoffs comfortably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they'll get the 6th seed like comfortably.
So here's
over-
my I just want to throw this out there. I'm gonna come to you guys about the Pelicans in a second, but so where do we think the threshold is with teams that are gonna get 50 wins? Like
I'm-
just a prediction. Like how many teams do we think in the West
I
will
don't
get
know,
all
50?
of them, bro. All of them.
think
I-
three.
It depends how many games the fucking
think
bottom half
3 to
loses.
3 to
I don't
4.
know.
Like,
looking at the standings now, I
Like-
think I could say comfortably, I could say 4 teams.
mathematically, how many teams can?
I
win
mean, if
50
you really
games?
have 4 teams at the bottom that are gonna be very bad, you could have 4 or 5.
Yeah,
maybe
but,
even
like,
6 teams win.
I was
50
about to say,
games.
like,
bro, I think they all can, bro.
yeah.
Like I
all
can
of
see
They
them.
all definitely
I'ma be
can. That's
dead
it's going to
honest,
be so competitive.
really-
only 3 or 4 teams
I
are
really
going to win
think-
50 games.
I really
Especially
think
because the teams at the bottom are so bad.
That's why, like,
That's what I'm
it's
saying,
very,
yes.
it's a very top heavy thing.
I think 5 or 6 teams in the West win 50 games.
That's what I'm saying. Like us
Yeah.
putting teams low, it's not disrespecting them because I think they can all
Everyone-
literally
Nah,
win
we're
50
still gonna talk
games,
about your
bro.
fucking-
Oh no, I
probably-
know,
There's
I know.
probably going to be
That's
10 fucking teams
Yeah, they're going to be
in the NBA
Yeah.
that are going to win 50 games.
yeah,
Bro.
and the
Yeah.
teams are going to be like they're going to be separated. Like seeding's gonna go down till like the last day of the season.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
Yeah,
going
for
to be
sure.
so close.
it's gonna
I
be
think.
like the Western Conference from like the early 2010s.
Yes,
like, where
where
everyone,
Phoenix missed the fucking playoffs,
Yeah.
winning like
Was
49,
that- was
50
that
games. I think
2015?
Yeah.
yeah,
no,
bro.
it was 2014. 2014, they won 49
Mhm.
games and missed the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
whole
saying, bro.
And
They
they
can.
were,
5 years,
and they
all
were
of
in
them.
the top
2010s,
5
the
seed
West
in
was
the
insane.
East.
the West
At
was
that time, I
nuts.
remember that.
The West was insane.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Literally 10 teams can win 50 games. Like
Yeah.
No, yeah, the West
NBA,
is
yeah.
the West is
no, in
super
the
You're
in
saying
the
in the
West.
West alone?
In the West, bro.
in the West.
I don't think
in
10
the West,
teams can
the
win
top
50 games in the
10 are
West.
very competitive.
Not 10. Maybe
I wouldn't say all
9.
10 could win 50.
I don't
9.
even think 9 can win 10 games. I
If,
mean,
Phoenix,
50.
if Phoenix stays
Possible.
how they are,
You would need
Memphis,
nine
terrible
over 50.
seasons from the Jazz and the Spurs for that to happen.
I do, and they probably
I
will.
could
will.
definitely see it.
Um,
That's the thing.
Trincali predicted, I think, that the Jazz are going to be like the worst team in NBA history. So,
it did. It
like,
did. That was
I don't
just
think they're
because
gonna
that was
be-
just because I
they're gonna be
needed a
that bad.
fifth hot
It depends
take.
what they do at the deadline.
But
yeah, it does. It does. I
If
don't
they-
even think it's by the deadline. I think they're trading
Yeah,
guys
I mean,
as soon as the season
If they
starts.
just give
Like,
up,
they're like,
yeah, they could be the
get
worst
the
team
fuck
ever.
out of here.
But if they keep the roster, I mean, it probably isn't going to happen. But if they keep the roster, they're not
Side
gonna
note,
be
Mike
that
Conley
bad.
is an interesting trade guy. Like, I just, we don't need to talk about this for long, but
yeah,
like
teams can use him.
landing spots, like where the fuck he would end up, and the contract too.
Well, yeah.
really-
Like,
I don't know.
like that's what I'm saying. That's tough. Like Mike Conley is a tough little trade target there.
So
Jordan
Westbrook-
Clarkson is easier.
Yeah,
Jordan Clarkson's way easier.
yeah. So many teams
Um,
can use him.
But yeah, no, I'll let you guys speak on the Pels for a second. So you guys go ahead.
Nah, I mean, I think you guys hit it like perfectly with Zion coming back. I don't think it's going to be too much of an adjustment. Especially with Zion's playmaking ability. You know, you got Herb Jones on the come up. He was one of my most improved picks.
You
Yes,
Herb.
sir.
Herb.
Herbs.
Love that herb. You know
Herbs
what I'm
and
saying?
cheese.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello, Herbs and Cheese Jones.
Love CJ. You know, top 40 player, as we were saying with the Shields a few months ago. You know,
I think he said top 30.
top 30, whatever it is.
Fucking
I
hell,
agree with him
man.
now.
What?
What?
No, not top 30, top 40. Anyway,
Even that's iffy,
Pelicans
but
are probably going to be a top 6 seed. Yeah,
So
That's where I
what?
put
Then
him.
why'd you put them?
I put him
he
four.
had the Pelicans.
Oh, you did. You didn't put them low. Okay.
No, I put him
Got
He had
you,
the
got
Pelicans
you.
at 4.
Alright,
Yeah,
cool.
he had the Pelicans at 4.
I agree with you, Trunks.
Nice.
Me, Chris, and Ortiz had them at 6 or lower.
Which I
Gotcha.
think is
So
the same thing.
yeah, no, like
Yeah,
like we said before, all these teams could be anywhere.
Yeah.
Like literally anywhere. So
Yeah, if you guys
Uh,
didn't know, they could really be everywhere.
Yo, all these
know?
teams could be everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
they
do
could be
you-
everywhere.
what do you
one
feel
can
like
be the
Ortiz-
15.
Ortiz, you were going to say something.
Yeah, just
Were you gonna
one
say they
quick
could be
thing about
everywhere?
the. Yeah, they could be everywhere too.
Alright.
But
Nice.
one quick thing about the Pelicans,
They can be anywhere.
they can be anywhere. Literally, I think I see them ranging from 3 to 6.
Oh, shit. They're over there.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm sorry. The Pelicans. are
Yo, they're right
there.
over there. Yeah. Hi, Zion. Continue.
I think Zion back gives them a higher floor. I think 6 seed is their floor, honestly. For the
6 seed is
Pelicans.
their 4.
I think the 6 seed is adding Zion back
I don't know.
gives
about
them
that,
a
man.
higher floor
Agreed.
and obviously a higher ceiling.
4 6 seed? Nah.
I
bro.
think playoffs very comfortably. I think we see some of their potential of what
Nah.
they could do this season. They show flashes. I don't see 3.
Everyone's
Three's kinda
everyone's
crazy.
floor is 9 seed. It's that simple.
Hey,
No.
honestly, I agree. No,
everyone's
I,
floor is
I-
9. Everyone's
floor
ceiling
9.
is 1.
I don't think that. I mean, not every.
I don't agree with
Everyone
that.
is
Memphis'
from 1 to
ceiling
9.
is not 1. Memphis' ceiling is not 1. Don't even argue it. Their
top
ceiling is not 1,
I don't know.
bro. Okay.
Top ceiling.
Golden
bro.
State's floor is not 9.
True. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Not everyone's floor is
I
9.
mean, the-
but
Clippers,
it's
yeah, I
tough. It's tough.
Okay. All right. Number 4. I'm gonna let you 3 speak on this first, and then me and Chris are gonna shoot because we're the highest and the lowest. Highest was 2. Chris, you had them there. Lowest was 8. I had them there. Okay. You 3 go first, and
I-
then me and Chris will go.
I just think Luke.
What team is
Dallas.
it?
You didn't say what
Dallas.
team.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
even
I
say-
know what
didn't?
team, but you didn't.
Dallas
tell-
Mavericks.
tell-
My
Oh,
fault.
okay.
Dallas Mavericks. Yeah. My fault. Average ranking of
I-
4.8.
I have them at 3.
I think it's simple. I think Luke is just a top 4 seed in by himself.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
The
It's
team
not-
team around was just more competitive.
Yeah.
The floor is just
He's just gonna
Space.
dog everyone.
And they got better
he's
with
gonna drop.
Dinwiddie and Christian Wood.
I don't
and-
think they got better. That's why I put them so low.
I think
Whoa.
they got better.
I think they
Why?
most definitely got
You
How
don't
do they
think
not?
Christian Wood makes them better.
What do you mean? How did they not? There's a certain guy on the Knicks that changes life.
Yeah, I forgot about
Okay.
that. Yeah, that's true.
So they traded Porzingis and got back Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans.
Bertans.
Yeah.
Bertans
isn't
didn't
even
really.
going to be in the rotation.
Bertans
yeah.
didn't do shit.
Yeah.
So he got back Dinwiddie. So Dinwiddie to
He's
me,
been cool for them.
Dinwiddie to me didn't produce as much as you would like because you had Jalen Brunson who provided virtually the same thing. So now you're adding Spencer Dinwiddie could just take over that role and do that role full time. And I think Spencer Dinwiddie's gonna have a really, really, really good season. Like Spencer Dinwiddie to me is gonna average like 17 to 18.
I don't agree. I don't disagree with you. That's the thing. I
Okay,
don't disagree.
So
with
then you traded Porzingis to get that,
you. Yes,
and now this offseason you bring in Christian Wood and JaVale McGee, who
I love JaVale. Yeah,
obviously
I love
neither
JaVale.
of these players are Porzingis, but to an extent, I said this to Ortiz in the car coming here. The production that you expect to get from both of those guys together is the production you were expecting to get from Porzingis.
Christian Wood's
Mhm.
going to be great.
Well, I
for
think
them.
your floor with
Yes.
those
Yeah.
guys increases.
Right. But
Yeah.
you hear what I'm saying though? The
No.
production
I agree.
production you get from the two of them is what you were expecting from Porzingis. So now you're getting that Porzingis production from those two guys, and you get the second ball handler in Spencer Dinwiddie. Now you're adding back. You still have elite spacing. A
Shooters
trend on
everywhere.
this show is going to be I value having spacing on
It's
your
so
roster.
important,
Right.
Of course, yeah.
Super high. You bring back Tim Hardaway Jr., who not only provides spacing, but also to an extent is another ball handler. Tim Hardaway Jr. is a
Score.
fucking
He's a
bucket, bro.
He's a walking
Yeah.
bucket. Yeah.
You know, Reggie Bullock's back, elite
Love
spacing.
my guy.
Dorian's back, elite spacing.
Maxi Kleber.
Maxi Kleber is a really good player. I think the roster is definitely better because you're getting stuff out of your big men that you didn't have last season in the playoffs, and you still have the secondary options as wings. Even with losing Jalen Brunson, you still have that scoring from the wings, and now you have much better big men production. Like,
And Luke is just getting better and better.
I don't disagree with any of that. That's the craziest part about
and
this. don't disagree
I
with
also
any of
think
that.
the culture that Jason Kidd's
Jason Kidd put in there, yeah.
building there is primed to win regular season games. I think
Yeah.
they're going to be a top 5 defense in the league. Like, honestly, I think adding JaVale McGee makes them. Their defense was really good last year, just based on principles and cultures. And you're adding, like, not
got
an
great
elite,
team
but
defenders
a
there.
better, above average rim protector, which is going to
He's
change.
borderline elite.
Yeah.
He's borderline elite.
So I think it's going to change things for them. I think they're going to be really, really good, man.
so,
And obviously, I have Luka as my MVP. I think
Yeah.
Luka is just going to take a jump. Like, it's crazy to say because he's so phenomenal, but I think he's just going to take a jump forward. I think the biggest thing with Luka last year that I saw, and I said this before, was his effort on defense. If you have the best player, I think this is the year where he proves it, but the best player in the world putting in the effort on defense, it's just going to make everyone else want to be better on defense. Like I said, I have them being a top 5 defense in the league this year.
That's fair. And I'll put it like this. I don't disagree, like I said, with anything you said. And that's the craziest part because I'd still have them for 48 wins or so. Like, I still think they're good enough to have that, even as my 8th seed. But my thing was, I think all the teams above them are in a way more complete teams and have more
The
options.
Lakers,
That's the one that I could see falling the most.
They're just so
Like,
tough to
They are.
compare.
The Lakers are very hard. Their roster.
I'm sorry, bro. The Lakers roster is not better than the Mavericks roster.
No, probably not. But their top 2
Yeah.
makes life different, which if they're healthy, them by themselves could be what?
I hate to say it because it's LeBron. I think like obviously we're not talking playoffs, but like in a series, Luka would expose the Lakers.
I hope we get that series.
Luka would expose them, bro. I'm sorry. I love LeBron. LeBron's my goat.
I mean, yeah,
Luka
he
exposing
fucking
everyone
destroyed the
series.
Clippers, bro. And
Yeah.
the
Luka
Clippers have
shows
way
everyone
better
plays.
Yeah.
defense.
Luka just
But,
has
like,
fun.
but like
Luka
Mhm.
just be
He
fucking.
just
Luka would
has
get
fun.
every
Luka just be
matchup.
fucking with
Luka
you,
would get
bro.
Russ switched on to him every time and rock the baby to Russell Westbrook.
Him and Pat
Nah,
Bev
bro.
is
I
going
was
to
about
keep
to
getting
say-
switched onto him.
Pat Bev is gonna clamp him up.
No, he's not.
I
Yeah,
know.
okay.
Nah, Pat Bev's he's gonna give him his effort. He's gonna
Nah,
give him all
man,
the
he
effort
would.
in the world, but
My
He's just
thing with
too little.
Dallas,
Bro,
is
he gave
just-
him effort against KD. He can give him effort against Luka too.
he's
Okay.
just too little.
He is, yeah.
He's just too little.
Yeah,
Anyways,
my thing with Dallas is just the roster's really good. I expect a jump from Luka Doncic, and honestly, just the teams below them, I just don't see fucking with them. Like,
Fair.
I think no one's gonna have an answer for their offense. So like they're gonna have to me a top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Like stamp it at minimum. I could see them having top 5 in both.
I
Stamp it though, top 10 offense and defense.
fair.
Like, easily.
I think in top five offense, top 5 defense is usually title contender.
I think
like
they're-
for damn sure. Like
I
they're locked
think
in as a title.
I
contender.
have them as a bonus. Like I'm in on the Mavericks. They're a
Yeah.
title contender to me. This is the best roster they've had with Luca.
In a-
Yeah.
So I'll just say why I didn't have them so high. And like I said before,
Do you think they're a contender?
yes, I think
Okay.
come playoff time, it's different than the regular season.
Yeah.
I
So you
think
think even
I
as
think Luka
you
could
think
carry
even
them.
as an 8 seed they could make a finals run?
yes, absolutely. I could
Yeah.
see them beating who
No
we
matter who
have
they
at
play.
number 1. I will get into that in a second, but yeah, I absolutely could see them beating literally any team in a 7-game series because Luka is him.
Yeah.
But like I just had them at 8 just because I thought in the regular season other teams would get more wins. It take a second. I know what you said about Dinwiddie. He's he's a worse off-ball shooter than Jalen Brunson is. He's less efficient. That's been known. He might be a slightly better playmaker, but overall, I think you are losing something. Brunson was so good at getting to the spots and just he was a great secondary ball handler. We saw what he was capable of in the Utah series. Obviously, Christian Wood, I think he's going to be great for them, but I just don't.
They're gonna
think-
have the best pick and roll offense in the league.
probably
Them or the
because
Hawks.
Wood is
Yeah.
such a great roller, and obviously Luka's
JaVale,
Luka.
like they're just their
JaVale's
pick and roll
sick.
game is gonna like their offense, like adding the bigs just makes their offense and
Just makes it
defense like
perfect.
better,
I-
so much
It's
better.
gonna be beautiful
I get it,
basketball.
and as I said, I could see them definitely making a finals run. I think they're a better playoff team than a lot of the teams ahead of them, but
Yeah.
regular season, I think they're lower. That's the only reason I had them there. So in the end, I think obviously Luka is Luka. Like he's literally he's going to prove he's the best player in the world. I agree with you. He's going to prove he's the best player in the world. But I still think that they're an 8 seed, in my opinion. And I think it would have been completely different if you kept Brunson and still had Dinwiddie. And I know you said that Dinwiddie's going to take the step up, but him averaging 14, 15 behind Brunson averaging 18, 19, you now have 3 legitimate ball handlers. You don't have that anymore.
I think you're gonna have that with. I think Dinwiddie's gonna average 17 to 18, and I think
Yeah.
Tim Hardaway is gonna come in there and average a solid.
But
15.
Hardaway isn't the playmaker that either of them are.
That's fine.
No,
he
that's
doesn't
not-
need
I
it.
think
They don't need it.
I think
though.
he still
They're
has
just-
the creation. I think he can make a play when you need to make a play.
Mhm.
He's more than capable of having the ball in his hands, you know.
That's
So
fair.
like maybe his assist numbers aren't that high, but like a guy like that who's gonna have the ball in his hands is capable of making a pass here and there, you know.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
And who knows, man? Maybe Jaden Hardy gets into the rotation.
He has potential there, so we'll see what happens. All right, so the team that we've been waiting to talk about and fire off on you. So
big
at
dummy.
number 3 with an average ranking of 3.8, that was quite obviously brought down by one person. The lowest that we had them, as we said earlier, was 7, and that was this kid over here. The highest that we had them was 2, and that was them 2 over there.
What the fuck makes Minnesota better than Golden State?
I think-
Troncali.
I think, like I said before, when we were talking
mean, I had
Minnesota, I
Minnesota
think they're
higher,
built
too.
for the regular season.
I don't get
As
that.
I agree with that.
What?
I think Golden
They're
State
built for the
is-
regular season,
I'm
Yo.
gonna
bro. I
yo.
think the Warriors can make the finals.
But
They can be anywhere.
So I have Golden State at 4, and I think I'm disrespecting
They're the fucking
know,
champs.
I know
bro.
they're the champs. I
Stephen
know.
Curry is a top
They
10
are.
player to ever touch the earth.
Yeah,
Having
And
them
then
at
they get
true.
then they get Wiseman.
I have
back.
them at 4, and I feel disrespectful. Having them anywhere below
Oh,
4 is
no.
fucked up, bro.
I felt
Dylan
disrespectful.
You have them
Brooks,
at
Draymond
7, bro.
Green go.
I
You
felt
have the
disrespectful.
fucking
It's not just-
Lakers over them, bro.
Trunks.
Yeah.
It's not just
You have the
disrespectful.
Lakers over
That's
the
crazy.
Warriors, bro.
I do.
Stupid.
I
It's
do.
stupid. It's crazy.
do.
You're
Yeah,
fucking
that's
dumb.
that's one of the worst
Because-
things I've
Wait,
heard in a
wait,
while.
wait,
I
wait, wait,
think-
wait, wait. How
we
will
need to
the
lower everyone's
yeah?
mics.
How
No
wanna-
one's screaming.
how will the
Everyone
Lakers have a
continue to
better
scream at
season
him.
than the Golden State Warriors? And on
Because
what planet, bro?
I think the
Because
Lakers are going to
LeBron
trade
James.
for Buddy Hield and Miles
Oh,
Turner,
but that didn't happen yet.
but we're making predictions.
He's assuming.
Even
Still,
if they
though,
do
the
that-
Warriors
even
are
if
the
they do that,
champs,
bro.
bro.
I know they're the champs.
I want
last
to
year.
put in something
7,
real
bro.
And it's the same
How?
roster,
Can I say
bro.
one thing and then
Bro.
I'm sitting the fuck back and I'm not speaking because I want you guys to talk. Okay, simply put, I think the Warriors take a step back in the regular season because they don't care about the regular fucking season. And I still had them in as the 3 seed.
Bro, it doesn't.
Period. Done. I'm done.
it doesn't matter if they.
I think they'll
if they
be.
don't, it
Bro,
doesn't matter if they don't give a fuck about the regular season because the system still produces wins. The system still produces wins.
I think
As long as Steph Curry's on the fucking floor, they're gonna win games.
Clay
bro.
Thompson's gonna be
Bro,
better than he
they're
was
literally
last year.
I-
The
called
Warriors at
Dubs.
7.
I think
They
one,
win games.
I think
do you
one.
think Moses Moody and Jonathan Kuminga take a jump?
Yeah.
Then how the fuck do you have them?
Wait,
in the 7th seed?
That's not
I
you
even
think they
possible.
take a jump
think-
and they're still 7?
I think that 1 through 9 is separated by a total of 5 games.
Okay, but you
bro.
chose to put
They
Golden
can be
State at
anywhere.
7.
Yeah,
You're
it was
saying
just how I
that?
was feeling in the moment. I don't know.
Your
So how
moments
you
are
feeling
stupid.
now? So how you feeling
This
now?
is
You
one of those
still have them at 7?
situations like where we compare players and we're like, yeah, today I
The-
feel this way, tomorrow I feel that way.
If
Yo,
Trunks is right, Trunks is right.
the
bro. That'd be
Pelicans-
crazy.
He's not
I
gonna
told
be
you I'm
right.
high on the Pelicans.
But it's the Warriors that
I know.
champs. They won the ring last
Zion's
I
year.
know
only
they
played
did.
82 games in his fucking career.
Oh my
Steph
God.
Curry's a
Yeah, I know.
four-time champ.
I-
Oh my god.
I don't-
bro.
yeah. I know.
Trunks, bro.
Bro,
You're
You got-
wild.
you got
I
Here's
know,
my thing.
I
I
know.
don't know.
Yo,
You're a
my
fucking
thing is
hater.
like, and I
I'm not
did
a
it.
hater.
I did it with the Pistons, so like I can't really talk. But like, I know we have all these young teams, and it's so fun.
It is, it
Everyone
is,
could
it
compete.
is, yeah.
But like,
I think that was
where
part of it.
you're
That's
disrespecting
part of it.
a fucking legend,
know,
bro.
I know I
Stephen
am.
Curry is a
I felt- no,
legendary
I
top
felt-
10 player to ever
Disrespecting
play the game of
Andrew
basketball.
Wiggins.
They just won
An
the
all-star
championship.
I love
starter.
Andrew
Why,
Wiggins.
bro?
Yeah, I love Andrew
Bro,
Wiggins.
their roster is just better than
Jordan
everyone.
Poole.
They will produce, even if people like everyone besides Steph Curry, if people have to miss games here and there, they're still going to win games, bro. That roster, that
No, I know.
system, they're deep as hell. Like you said, you were expecting these young guys to make
That's
a jump.
what I was about
They're
to ask.
deep as fuck.
How do you
They
expect
are.
Moody and Kuminga and even Wiseman in your case to make a jump
Again,
and still
it's-
be a 7?
all
I don't
they
care
did
about the
this
wins that they're
offseason was
separated by.
get
Because I was feeling
healthier
that
and
way.
get deeper. Like there's no way they're lower,
And learn
No-
how to
no
fight.
shot.
bro.
look, I just
7
think-
is fucking wild.
First of all,
Having the Lakers over the fucking Warriors is
We're-
fucking
we're
crazy.
gonna look-
Wait, and
we're
what
gonna
makes
look
the
so
Pelicans
silly.
better than the?
Trincali's gonna be right. Watch
No.
them be the 7th seed, and
No,
we're gonna
bro,
look like
it's a
idiots.
fucking Golden State Warriors,
No,
bro.
yeah.
That's fucked up, bro.
I
Having
think-
the
I don't-
Lakers over them is fucked up. Like, what are you watching to possibly have that, bro?
I'm
The
predicting
Lakers
they
were
trade
god
for Buddy
awful
Hield
last
and
year.
Miles Turner.
It doesn't
and they
fucking
finally
matter.
have
The
a good
Warriors
season.
won the fucking ring, bro.
Even if
It's
they
fucking
do that,
Stephen
bro.
They
Curry.
won the ring last year, not this year.
And the roster just
Because the
got
season hasn't
healthier
started.
and deeper, bro. The roster just got
I
healthier
mean, they
and
lost Gary
deeper.
Payton and Otto Porter.
Who the fuck cares? Who
Gary
cares?
Payton was arguably the best perimeter defender in the league last year. That needs to be
It's
said.
okay.
How many minutes? did
Kuminga's
he
taking
play,
a jump.
bro?
20.
Bro,
Everyone's
wow.
taking a
That's a lot
jump.
of minutes.
the Lakers, bro. Oh my god, bro.
The
And
Lakers,
how do you
bro.
feel about
They
Wiseman?
did get Dante DiVincenzo. That's
Oh,
He
I love
loves
Wiseman.
Wiseman. He loves
I
the
do.
Warriors
I
young
do.
core.
I
He's
do. I do.
This is a
You
this
love
is a
the
terrible
comeback.
take,
just-
bro.
this
I
was
do.
the-
You
I love
the
the-
comeback.
I
You
love the
just-
Warriors.
You just wanted to put him at 7. Just
Yeah,
to be
he's just
different.
saying something just to say something, bro. You
You're
can't
pulling,
really
I am.
you're
believe
pulling a
the
Skip
Warriors.
Bayless right now.
You
I
can't
am.
believe the Warriors are the 7th seed.
You're
I can't
pulling
believe
Skip
we're
Bayless
even
right now.
entertaining
There's no
this,
way you
bro.
think.
Look, I'll say
you
this.
look
I'll
at him
say
and go,
this.
yeah, the
If I
Pelicans are
made-
4 seeds better.
I'll say this. If
than
I
the
made
Warriors.
my list once every day for a week, it would be drastically
It'd
different
probably
every
be-
fucking
I'd
day.
have to agree with that.
Every day it'd
I'd
be
probably
different.
agree with
Okay,
that.
but this day you
But
had
that,
This day I
the
did.
Warriors at
This day I
7.
had the Warriors at 7.
like that wouldn't even come across my mind putting them that low.
All right, well,
Nah,
So-
I'm not you.
So, do you think the Warriors are gonna make the playoffs?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I think they'll
'Cause you
make
think-
the playoffs,
so you
and
think-
I
So
could.
what's their 4? 7?
So you have the Warriors, the Memphises, the Phoenixes, and the Sacramento's in the play-in, and you think
Yeah.
the Sacramento's are making the? So you think
So I
the
think.
Suns and the Grizzlies are missing the playoffs?
So I think
Wait,
again.
what? You have the Suns missing the playoffs?
I have.
Oh
I
yeah,
think the
'cause he's in
Suns
play-
are
they're in
going to
the
trade
play-in.
Aiden.
Oh my god.
I think they're going to fall off, and
God,
Sacramento
still
only
booking.
has to win one game against them. I think they could beat them
It's
one
still
game.
booking CP,
Um,
bro.
Yeah,
it's
but
still booking CP.
and we
The Warriors
haven't
and-
had a whole season of this Sacramento team yet. I think they're going to surprise people.
And Mikal Bridges
So
Bro,
and Cameron Johnson.
I just can't
know.
believe you think the Lakers are better than the Warriors, bro.
look, if I had to compare the teams,
You should
I
eat
don't
a Snickers like Ortiz, bro. You're not even
No,
hungry.
you're not
What
even
the
hungry.
fuck, bro.
think, bro,
Are you
Not
hungry?
sponsored, by the way.
I have them.
And I love
Are you
LeBron.
hungry?
Like LeBron's
I
my
know.
guy,
Are you
but
hungry?
and like I
No.
know that's
No.
why you're ranking the
kinda.
Lakers so
Okay.
high because you.
Oh, thank God we have another opinion on this
Hello,
bullshit.
hello.
Hello?
No. You're talking to Chris right now.
Yes.
Matt?
Brian. This is Ben Walton. What's going on, guys?
Hey,
Oh, this
Ben.
is O'Brien.
speaking
What's
of-
up, Ben?
Oh, what's going on, guys?
What's up, brother? How you been?
What's up?
I don't know if I'm a little delayed, but
It is a
whoever
slight
said
delay.
that Sacramento is going to beat the Suns, bad take. Horrible
That's
take.
Trunkowski.
Yeah,
He's
Trunks-
wild,
it's
right?
one game.
Trunks is
It's
giving
one
out
game.
bad takes after bad takes
Bad
right now.
It's one fucking
The
game.
Suns, they still have a loaded team.
It's not baseball. Basketball, the better team
Young,
usually
they have a nice
wins.
future. It's not
one
bad
game.
take. Bad take.
Yeah, it is a bad take.
And
I
how do you
agree.
feel about him
I
having
think
the
the
Warriors all the
are
way at
gonna
7?
play this year. To
What-
say that the Lakers are better than the Warriors, it's just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
How can you even
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah,
Bro. Ridiculous,
yeah,
Ben. I agree, bro.
Yeah, Ben. Tell
Bro,
this
speaking
man, bro.
facts.
Tell
Trunks
this
is a
fucking
bro.
clown.
man.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. No, I love the podcast, man.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
bro.
Should go some love. But yeah, Warriors have a really, really great young team, just led by some of the best veterans you probably could have
Yeah.
on a team together. That team's unstoppable. They're going to be unstoppable for a long time.
I agree with that.
Because they finally like fixed what they really need to do. They needed a real big man. You know, honestly, I think with
We'll
Draymond
see.
out of the picture, it gives Wiseman a little bit of time. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's going to be healthy this year. No,
Should
Yeah,
be.
he's coming in
Should
this
be. He's
season
coming into the
healthy.
season
he's
healthy.
gonna be
Yeah.
good for game one. No,
What happened?
he's going to be good for game one. No,
Yeah, he should
Yeah,
be
he
healthy.
should be. He's on
But then
track
again,
to be. Yeah.
they literally fixed what they need. Now they don't need to go small ball because they have an athletic center like James Wiseman.
Probably
that
still
team's
will.
unstoppable.
They
The
probably
Lakers
still
are
will.
old. It's the fact. The
Yeah.
Warriors are winning it all this year.
You think they're repeating?
I can see it.
100%.
Okay. Fair
That
enough.
team
fair.
is so good. That team is so, and they're not talking about it enough. Honestly,
That-
that team is amazing.
It's a dynasty.
I agree.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're going to be a dynasty. That's exactly because they're so young.
with one of the greatest players
Ask
to
him
ever
the
play this
Jordan Poole
game.
question.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
word.
Who do you think is more
Alright.
important to the Warriors, Ben? Draymond Green or Jordan Poole? To them
At
repeating
this
as
point,
champions.
Jordan Poole.
Yep.
Draymond-
Sit the
Draymond
fuck
was there
down.
more
Wow,
as a-
Ben.
As a figure, as like a quote unquote role model that was not so much as a role model because he's a
See,
piece of shit.
America.
Ben, I was agreeing with you until that one, bro. Damn.
Draymond at this point is washed.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
what? In what world is he washed?
Keep in mind, right? I would rather James Wiseman start over him. Same thing again.
What
I'm a Knicks
the-
fan.
all
I'm a
right,
Knicks
bro.
fan Tonight, right? I would rather see Obi Toppin in the game rather than Julius Randle. I just think that
Well,
overall,
that's
I think
completely-
that James Wiseman gives the Warriors
But-
better minutes.
Ben, that's complete. First of all, Obi and Julius are completely different because Julius Randle's not fucking Draymond Green. That boy's ass. But
I'm not saying that. Honestly, I think Draymond's a little.
but Draymond literally was going to win Defensive Player of the Year last year. So in what world can we say he's washed? Like, and then in the playoffs, he was still one of the best defenders in the league. It's not like there was really much fall off. He was still doing his thing. Like, sure, he's not scoring points. Sure, he's not shooting efficiently, whatever, all that. But James Wiseman to have more impactful minutes than Draymond Green, like, we haven't seen a goddamn thing from Wiseman. If you're right, you're right. But damn, like, Draymond Green's still the second most important player on that team, and I think nothing changes there. So,
You really
That's
think
just
number two? You really think he's still number two
yes,
at this point in time?
yes.
I agree with that because I think he's the backbone of their defense.
Yep.
And I
But
think
now,
that's
but now,
really
but now keep in mind, right? After this whole thing, again, like going back to this point, right? So after this whole thing with obviously Jordan Poole, what do you think goes forward with the Warriors? Like, obviously, you need to penalize him. Like, you have
I think
to.
at some point, I think
You have to.
I think either
That's-
Draymond's gonna have to take a pay cut or
Yeah.
he's gonna leave
That's what I'm
because
saying, and that's what
someone's
I mean,
there's
after
gonna be
that, I mean, you gotta say, like, what do you think that locker room is looking like right
I
now?
think the locker room's fine. I think the locker room's more upset that the video got leaked in
Yes.
general. I think Ben, it's me, it's Chris. Like you've seen me play basketball. I always want to
Yeah, of
fight.
course.
So like it
I
happens.
understand.
Like you're gonna
A
fight.
lot of
Like
things happen behind closed doors, of course. Yeah. and
Yeah,
granted,
so-
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's a tough scenario because the video got out and we saw it and like he really slept his ass.
dude.
It's
Bro,
not like
yeah.
he just hit him. Like he
put
hit
him
him
to
with
sleep.
No,
purpose.
he
put him to
sent,
sleep.
bro. Yeah, he
So
sent it
it's a
right.
very tough scenario. I think though, with Steve Kerr at the coach and like having Steph Curry there, I think they're gonna just be like, dude, like we have bigger goals. Like we got to win a championship,
Yes.
and I think they're gonna be able to play play through it this year and still be like you said, you think they're winning the championship. Like I think they're going to be able to get through it this year and still be competitive. And I think Draymond's going to play a big factor in that. I think Jordan Poole will as well. And I
will
think
say,
at the end of this year, then they're going to figure out who goes where and who
yeah,
gets
I was
what money.
about to say
So
that.
I
But the thing is, you have to penalize Draymond Green. You have to. You can't even like the NBA not to let that go. Like you can't.
Well, they're not
like,
suspending him
I think
because
yeah,
of the
they
out
came out and
ceremony.
said he's
They're not
going
gonna suspend him.
If he
Yeah.
didn't get out, nothing would have happened. Obviously, granted it happens. Yeah, we've all been on basketball teams. Things get heated, but like you're supposed to be the quote unquote role model for the young guys. Especially you, like Jordan Poole's a young guy. Granted, you can't lose your shit like that, but something has to happen. But it's just whether it's gonna happen.
I don't think anything is going to happen.
I think
Personally, because haven't the Warriors said nothing is going to happen?
Yeah,
and,
but I
and
think-
to my knowledge, I don't think Poole is like seeking any further like retribution for this. I think he's just letting it rock.
After this season, after
Yeah,
this,
like later that day. I know it's just one of those things where it's like these NBA teams unfortunately have gotten too soft at a certain point.
I think one of
They've gotten so soft. The league has gotten so soft.
It's not
Yeah.
even the league; it's the media.
it is
bro.
the media.
The media made such a big deal out of this thing, and it's just not a deal at all.
Ben, I think
I mean,
one of
it happens, but you feel like you'd almost expect more from Draymond. That's kind of
No, I agree with that. But
You
I
expect more from him as a quote unquote leader.
yeah, I definitely think one of two things happens though. I think either Draymond's a Laker next season, or I think Jordan Poole gets paid by a young up and coming team to be like their second option.
like the Magic.
Overpaid.
Actually, even better question. Now that you say the Lakers, does Draymond help the Lakers win a championship?
Yes.
Is Draymond the missing piece?
I don't
The Lakers championship team.
I think if you put the right pieces around LeBron, AD, and Draymond, yes, you could have
I think adding Draymond solves half the battle
Yep.
and helps him out tremendously defense. But if you're adding Draymond to this current Lakers roster,
then you're
still
fucked.
lacking
Yeah.
shooting.
If they make the Buddy Hield Miles Turner trade, he'd be perfect there.
I agree with that.
They need to trade Russell Westbrook. I don't know. I saw like a bunch of like mock-up trades or like I don't know. I mock-up. They said rumors. I don't know. But like I was still looking at that three-way trade. I believe it was with like Utah or something.
Which one?
No, Sacramento.
What was the trade?
I forgot exactly what it was. Where it was Draymond goes to the Lakers. The Lakers give up. Oh my god! I literally forgot the trade. I haven't saved. I'm driving right now. That's why I pull it up.
Yeah, don't look at your phone, Ben. Just drive. Just drive, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I feel you, but nah, Draymond's Draymond, bro. Second most important player on that team, even coming into this season. So
I guess what it is. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, for sure.
There's only what is it next week? Next week the league starts.
Yeah, Tuesday night.
Mhm.
yep.
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm
Yes,
looking
sir.
forward to it. I think the NBA is the most competitive it's ever been this year.
Yes.
Yes,
I
yes,
know.
definitely.
100%.
Should be a very fun
think,
season to
just like
watch.
these teams have not okay. Sorry, I don't think the Warriors are a fair team, but I think the league has just gotten more spread out. It's definitely more quote unquote fair.
The league has caught up to the Warriors.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah,
even look at the East. The East is
Loaded, bro.
the East is going to be a dogfight.
Yep.
Mark.
So
That's a question for you guys. Who do you think the top 8 teams are in the East? I'm curious.
we
Top
actually.
two.
Oh, you gotta
Let's
watch
plug it.
last
Let's plug
episode
it,
for
yeah.
that one, my
You
friend.
gotta-
Yeah, you definitely got to go tune into our last episode of the podcast to
You
find that
went over it?
information
I-
out.
yeah.
I got
Yeah, we did our Eastern
Yeah,
Conference
yeah, Ben,
projections last episode.
Ben, we gotta plug it, bro.
Perfect. This is my first one I'm listening to like in completion. So
Yeah, so when
appreciate
you
that,
get
bro.
a chance,
Appreciate
if
it.
you're bored, go check out that
Yeah,
most
Eastern
definitely.
Conference one.
yeah,
It was
I'll
awesome.
for
listen
everyone.
to it on my way to the Knicks game tonight.
Appreciate you.
All
Oh,
right.
have
Have
fun,
fun,
brother.
brother. Have fun.
Have fun and be
All right?
safe.
Good talking to you guys. I'll call in next week. All right.
Yeah,
Ben,
thanks
thank
for
you,
coming,
brother.
man.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, Ben. Appreciate it.
Talk to you guys later.
Be safe.
bro. I agree, Joe.
What a guy.
Joey.
What a guy.
Joey says Dre would have to fight me every time he sees me if he knocked me out for the world to see.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think they're gonna be
You
fine.
were happy as fuck hearing that. I already know that. Hearing
Yeah.
that Jordan Poole is more important than
I mean,
Draymond
just
Green.
because that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, I don't want to cover the Warriors anymore because
Yeah.
we've talked
Yeah,
about
we
them
got
ad-
it. Yo, we got
ad nauseum at this
Yeah.
point. We
Yeah.
definitely have to finish this. So with that
Not
being
allowed to
said,
read the book.
the number 2 and the number 1 spots were tied with an average ranking of 2.0. The 2 was the Los Angeles Clippers. I only did that because Denver had 3 first place votes. So the Clippers' highest was 1. Obviously, that was you two. And the lowest was 3. That was you and me. And then Denver, obviously, their highest was 1. And then me, Chris, and Trunks had them there. And then you had them at 4.
Yes. Yes, I did.
So first of all, let's cover the Clippers real quick. Then we'll hop into Denver.
The Clippers.
Depends on if they want to.
The Clippers. It's
Play.
They don't care about the regular season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Clippers.
They don't
it's
give a fuck about the
simple.
regular
The
season.
Clippers have top to bottom the best roster in
Yes,
basketball.
sir,
Yes.
they do.
If they stay healthy.
You just obviously we're not going to project them to play a full season, so
No.
it's hard to
Yeah,
put
and
them
they
at
shouldn't.
the 1 seed.
Aren't there
They
new
shouldn't.
rules about load management?
Yes, but no. There's ways around it.
They're gonna.
There's always
they're
ways
You
gonna
can
around
always
it.
sit
put
games.
someone on the injury report.
Yeah, there's
And
always.
honestly, I
there's always
want them
ways
to
around
sit
it.
games and be fresh
Me
for the
too.
playoffs. So
Me
it don't
too.
even matter.
John Wall looked good the other night.
John
did
Wall
look
did
good.
look
Was it
good.
last night or
he's,
2 nights
He's
ago?
exciting. That whole
Be
Oh.
careful
roster.
with him too.
He gets
He better
Dougie too
get
hard.
his load
Yeah.
fucking managed,
So,
man.
bro, I'm so excited for his load.
You know about load.
Yo, bro.
managing.
what the
Yo, damn.
What?
You said you're so excited for another man's load, bro. That
Yeah.
is the weirdest thing I think
I'm
we've
a
said this
big
podcast.
John Wall guy.
All right, bro. Whatever. But
Just
yeah,
like Ante Shields.
they have the deepest roster in the league, and it's really not all that close, if I'm being completely honest. You have 12 guys that belong in NBA rotations, 13 maybe, like legitimately belong in NBA rotations. And every player on this team, I feel like, is some sort of malleable to where they have multiple different parts of their game. Like Luke Kennard is probably your 10th man right now, and he's one of the best
Yeah.
shooters in the NBA. He's an underrated playmaker, all that stuff. Like you could cover him up defensively too. So it's just top to bottom, like
They're also paying Luke Kennard what?
18,
Yeah, that's a
something like
lot.
that,
Yeah.
16.
That's
something.
all right. Who
For a
cares?
10th
They
man,
got the
it's-
team.
I mean,
But they don't give a
It
fuck
doesn't
about the
matter.
money,
At this
bro.
point, they got the team. This is their year to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
But that knockout was Justice John Morant.
Hey yo,
And then he said, "Hey yo," because of you saying "fucking," you want John Wall's load, bro.
No, I said I'm excited for his
For
load.
John Wall.
Yeah, you essentially. But yeah, so I mean, there's really not much to say about the Clips.
No.
Like we just
They're
they're
just-
the
and
deepest team in the league.
We expect that
They should make the
Them,
finals.
yes.
If they're
they
healthy,
should.
they
we're
should.
gonna get into that too
Oh
in
yeah,
a second.
forgot about that. Yep.
Lastly, the Denver Nuggets. As I said, 3 people, you, me, and Chris had them at 1, and then you had them at 4.
where
and
did Dean have?
Dean, where did you have them? Let's see.
have who?
The Denver Nuggets, you had them at 3.
The chicken nuggies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they're just gonna be a really good regular
Well,
season team.
Exactly.
Well, the
It's-
teams that I had, I
It's
had the
health.
Clippers.
That's what it comes
Yeah.
I
down
had
to.
the
I-
Clippers 1, Golden State 2. I mean, 1 through 3. I mean, I feel like Denver could finish 1, 2. You know,
It all depends on health. Is bless you.
Bless you.
Jesus, that was
Bless you.
loud as fuck. Is
Sorry.
Jamal Murray
Dean,
and
we
Michael
had the
Porter
same,
Jr. healthy? That's the issue.
Same top two.
If Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray are healthy, you have a regular season team that's going to dominate. And not to mention that they also signed Bruce Brown, have Aaron Gordon, and then Contavious Caldwell-Pope is now a fucking nugget
Yeah.
too. Like
He's a
great,
fucking nugget.
like
He's
he's
a
a
chicky-
fucking
A chicken
chicken
nugget.
nugget. Like, not honestly, that is they had an amazing offseason. All it comes down to now is health, and that's it. Bones Highland's going to take a jump too. That I'm calling for.
he was hooping in the proms, right?
And in practice in Aaron Gordon's fucking house.
Yeah.
Bro,
Right.
Aaron Gordon's
court.
house is
Crazy.
fire.
I just have
He
one
has a
quick
my
thing
court, bro.
He does.
to say about the Nuggets and them being a 4 seed. As I said before, every team at the top 4 seeds I have personally, I think could hit 50 wins. I think obviously that could fluctuate the most between the 4. I just feel like having Jamal Murray back, is he officially healthy? He's back.
Yeah, he's already
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
previously.
He's
back.
healthy. Yeah.
I think he's going to take away a lot, well, a decent amount from Jokic's usage.
which is a good thing
It is.
for
And
late in the season.
obviously, playoff time, it's a whole different story. I think regular season, they will be a top 4. I think they will hit 50 wins. I just think they won't be the best team in the conference.
I think they are built for playoff success.
I
now.
think they are built
They
for
are.
playoff success. They
Like,
are.
I was about
they
to
have
ask you,
a bench.
Ortiz, you think they're contenders? So
I think they are a contender. Yeah,
Yeah.
Every
most
team's a
definitely.
contender.
Dean, what do you say the same thing? correct?
Yo,
Bad
we
team.
Contenders?
can't be saying every team's
Three
a
seed.
contender, bro.
I-
Where do
sorry
we-
to cut
okay,
you off.
okay,
There
here we
has
go.
to be a cutoff.
There
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
cutoff.
yeah.
Most
Well,
definitely.
So here's
I
my
kinda
thing.
said before that 1 through 8 I could see being contenders.
I'm gonna drop down
That's a
from 10 that we have on our list to 1. We'll make it quick. Portland.
No,
No.
Okay.
No.
Memphis.
no,
Uh,
no, bro.
No.
No.
I'm saying
Memphis
no.
is not a contender
I'll say
right now.
no.
Not right now.
Okay, they're not. Phoenix.
If they
No.
keep everyone and
I don't see.
play like
No.
last
They can
season,
make
I,
it.
yes.
No.
I say yes. If
I
Ace
think
is still there,
even if
saying
everyone's
that's
still
it.
there, bro, they're to me
I-
they're just not competing
I
with the
don't-
top 4 seeds.
Okay.
I think
They're not
I think
fucking
they're
with the
second round
Warriors,
bounce.
the Clippers, the Nuggets, or the Mavs.
I think
don't
they're.
agree
I
with
think
that,
they're a
but-
second round bounce.
I don't agree.
I think they won the first
I
round.
don't agree.
That's about it.
You're saying the
Um,
Lakers aren't contenders?
Lakers.
I think LeBron gets into the playoffs. Anything could fucking happen.
Yeah,
Bro.
Lakers.
But
if
they're
they play
not
up to their
like
potential,
contenders
yeah.
or teams that we think have a high chance to contend for a championship.
Right.
The
If
they're
Lakers
healthy, I
aren't
think they do.
contenders.
They have a high.
I think
chance.
they
Are they
do.
even going to make the playoffs, bro?
We'll see.
Okay.
We all predict that they will. So
No, we didn't all predict that they will.
I know where this is going. I'm going to be the only one that says yes. Minnesota.
No.
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 I say yes.
That's
To
the
me,
ceiling.
to me though,
It's close.
Minnesota. I have 4 teams that are contenders. My top 4 teams. Minnesota's right on the bubble.
Okay.
Minnesota's in the tier that will be everything needs to go perfect.
Okay.
That's where I have Phoenix.
That's
That's,
for me
I
and the
guess where I
Pelicans.
have the
Yeah.
Lakers.
Okay. The Pelicans. I
I'm-
say no.
no.
I'm with
Not-
that with Chris for the
not right now.
Timberwolves. For the
I
Pelicans.
say no. Dallas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Golden State,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yes.
Yeah. The
Clippers,
top 3.
obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Denver,
Yeah.
obviously. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and arguably 7.
I had
That's a lot.
6, arguably.
I
8.
That's a
think to me it cuts off at the Warriors.
I
I,
have
think Denver's a contender. I think Dallas is a contender. I think the Clippers are a contender. I think the Warriors are a contender. I think Minnesota, Phoenix, and the Pelicans. And I guess if you want to put the Lakers are in this tier where it's like they're cutie contenders.
So you would
like,
put the Lakers even below them.
I would put them in the tier below them with Memphis and Portland where they're just playing teams.
So if the Lakers
I
are
don't think-
fully,
I think
The way you're
Lakers-
saying
You don't
it,
think
I
they're
agree
everything
with
has
that.
to be perfect team?
The Lakers, they're like on the borderline. In my opinion, I still think I just don't see everything going perfect. I think it's like such a slim chance
like
that
that's
everything
fair.
goes
I feel
perfect.
like low
that
key,
they're
we
on-
should make that a
Like-
part of the episode next week, where
What?
we tier these fucking like straight up put them in tiers, contender tiers and stuff like that.
and we could do it by the whole league rather than conference.
Well, next week
Just-
the
Yeah,
season's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah, yeah.
started, so we're gonna have
Yeah.
stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
after,
that's what I'm saying.
Fodder.
yeah, we'll do.
We'll
figure it out.
quick.
we'll figure it
So
out.
so yeah, I agree with you, Chris. I don't want to give if we do that in the future. I don't want to give
Thank you.
give it all away. But yeah, no, I think there's a few contenders in the West, like serious contenders. There's another tier where it's like they're contenders,
I'm
but
glad that we all agreed that Dallas was a contender.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
that's definitely.
Yeah,
all
they almost
around.
made the finals this year.
Luca alone.
after what
Luka
they
alone
did
is a
to
I hope they
fucking
make one
Phoenix,
trade, bro, and give Luca the fucking legit running mate. That's what I want to see. Okay, can we hop into this NBA Finals pick real quick and then
No.
call
Yeah,
it
No.
yeah.
off? Okay, so last week, who'd you have as your Eastern Conference pick?
I had the Sixers,
Who do you have them playing?
the Clippers.
Who do you have the Clippers playing in the conference finals? Real quick.
It's between Golden State and Dallas. It's a coin flip, I guess.
Pick
Between
one.
the two. Okay.
Put a stamp on it, Ortiz.
Dallas.
Okay,
Stamp it.
I had
Western Conference Finals.
I'm going with the Warriors.
Western Conference Finals.
The Warriors.
The
versus
match-
Philly.
Warriors Nuggets.
Okay, Eastern Conference team was who? Sixers. You
Sixers, yeah. Who
said.
else
So
from the East?
Warriors versus the Sixers. How many games? And who wins?
I'm gonna say 6, and the Warriors get it.
Yeah,
How many
I have the Sixers in 6.
Okay,
Sixers, Warriors.
go ahead. I'll go last.
The rivalry continues. Clippers, Dallas. Clippers
Okay.
make the finals, and
Who'd you have as your finals pick? The Nets.
Sixers.
Oh, Sixers. Wow, 3 Sixers
And I think the Sixers win it.
in
6.
Yay.
6, 6, and 6.
It's my
Okay.
friend.
Wow, son of the devil.
I
Go
have
ahead.
Dallas, and I guess I'll go with the Warriors. My conference, the semifinals will be the Warriors versus Denver, so I don't know who wins. So I'll go with the Warriors. So Dallas versus the Warriors, I have Dallas winning, and then I have the Nets coming out of the East. I have Dallas winning the finals. Luka Doncic
Wow.
does the thing.
I like
That's
that.
nice.
I like that.
Wow. How many games?
Oh,
4.
6.
Against who again?
The Nets.
4.
Okay. I have in the Western Conference Finals, I have the Clippers and I have the Nuggets. Vengeance is on the Clippers' mind. I think they beat the Nuggets. I had the Nets as my finals pick. I believe if I'm wrong, then
No,
I'm an
you had the
idiot. But
Nets.
I had the Nets as my finals pick. Nets, Clippers. Clippers in 7. The Kawhi KD battle. Once again, we get to see it.
So
all
we
right.
have the Sixers.
Sixers, Clippers, Sixers, and the Mavs.
Yeah. Wait, you had the
No, I have the Warriors winning.
Warriors. Yeah.
Oh, you're the Warriors winning. My fault.
Yeah,
So
against the
Sixers,
Sixers.
Warriors, Sixers, Mavs, and Clippers. So
Shout out the Mavs, bro. Hell
wow,
Let's go,
that's
Mavs.
a ballsy pick right there.
Yeah. I don't
Fuck
know.
it.
Yeah, I mean, if he's
Fuck it.
right, then it looks
It's
great.
Luka time,
But
bro.
yeah.
It's
So
Apple time.
I think we're all good over here, right? We're all good. Everything
Yeah.
has been said.
Yeah.
a great
All
episode.
right. Thanks for listening, guys. When we come back next week,
Appreciate
we're
the
gonna have real
clicks.
basketball to talk about.
Yep.
We
Real
might try
basketball.
and do some type of stream for opening night on Tuesday. We'll keep you guys updated on our socials.
Yep.
Speaking of our socials, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Go leave us a rating on Spotify podcast, Apple
YouTube.
Podcasts.
We have a
We-
link tree on our
Yeah,
Instagram.
we just started
No
our YouTube
OnlyFans.
channel. We don't really know what we're doing with the YouTube channel for now. For now, we're just gonna do longer clips. So if you wanted, we'll have some clips about us talking about specific teams that we talked about today. Like I'm sure we're gonna have a long clip about the Lakers, the Warriors.
Most
we're gonna
definitely
have
about the Warriors.
we're gonna have some
Yeah.
good content. So if you want to see some shorter content, run
Also,
run some things back from the episode.
if you guys would like to see other content outside of just basketball, please
Please
do
let us
feel
know.
free.
Please
Please
let
let
us
us
know.
know.
Please.
This is no, seriously, like this is something that we are thinking about,
we
talking about. Like
need it.
we actually need to hear from you guys. We want to know what you guys
Yeah,
think.
interact with
So,
us, please.
please,
As
we'd love to hear
cheesy
from
as
you
it
guys.
says, like, do all the things that everyone tells you to do, like
Yes.
everything,
Like,
interact on
comment,
the
and
socials.
subscribe.
Goes
But
a long way.
Be active in the comments, in the stream, on the TikToks. Just be active,
Call
interact
in.
with us. Leave us any tips or suggestions
Yep.
you guys have. We want to make it for whoever is listening. We want to make it a great experience for you guys
Most
Yes.
because
definitely.
we're having a great experience doing it. So
And we want you guys to be involved.
Yeah, no,
Like
this is
we
all
want
fun.
it to be an experience that you guys can be involved in, not just for us. Like we love doing this, but we want you to be involved just as much as us. So please do call in, hit us up in the chat, hit us up on the side after the podcast, anything like that. Please do let us know any feedback, as Chris said. We appreciate all you guys for watching. If you're listening after this, we really do appreciate it. Hit us up soon. Thank you guys so much.
Ball
game.
game. Ball game.
ball game.